Hello, I'm Luther Morgan, and welcome to America's Least Wanted Coffee. Tonight we'll be discussing Jeremy Hambly and Coffee Brand Coffee, America's Least Wanted Coffee. Hey, you know what it is. It's Sunday evening, and tonight, thank you all for joining me. It's Sunday. You know what that means. It is the question. The question's on everybody's mind. How was everybody's weekend going? Well, I had a fantastic weekend, and I hope that you guys also are having a fantastic weekend out there. Yeah, can we get some oranges in the chat? Let's fucking go. Well, I appreciate everybody showing up to the Luther Morgan stream tonight. And it looks like we got a $2 super chat right out of the gate. Thank you very much to Crazy Sharp for the $2. So right off the bat, I wanted to address this tweet here from TheQuartering. All right, then we'll get into the show. Because we got some Tim Pool tonight. We got a little bit of Andrew Tate tonight. Obviously, we have a little bit of Styx tonight. Going to go over one of his latest videos that really sucks. And then, of course, the main event, the prime event, we're going to get into Jeremy Hambly, TheQuartering. Thank you so much. I see the oranges. I appreciate it. All right, so here we got TheQuartering, and he's so ready to be the victim, guys. Every single day he wants to be the victim. Oh my God, look at those flood of origins. That's what a chat looks like. That's what a chat looks like, Jeremy. We're also going to be keeping an eye on our kick chat here. Holy shit, I think that's the first kick we've ever gotten, 500. I appreciate it. I hate this, but I know Stolas, depicted by Vivzi, is also a deadbeat bum. Wow, well, it's really quite fitting. You know, he wears the t-shirt of it's a deadbeat bum on a deadbeat bum. So anyway, so let's get into the content tonight, guys. So here we have this video, and this is how you know that, like, TheQuartering, he pocket watches all the detractors, because there's absolutely no way otherwise that he would know this. So this is a thing that I got tagged in. Kino Casino radicalizes man into terrorist, and then they also tagged me and Don over at Channel 404. And it's, I don't even want to play it, because it's just like a schizophrenic retard with, like, a literal crack pipe in his mouth, saying that he's going to go after, like, Jeremy. And then TheQuartering puts out this tweet, says, everything this psycho is claiming is true, and I did in fact notify the FBI. Now, what's the over-under? What's the over-under on he actually contacted the FBI? I'm getting, like, Ghosts of Lol Cows Past, where it's like Wings of Redemption with the FBI. It's just ridiculous. And he is not the only one. Their fans have shown up at our offices, harassed people at my coffee company. But TheQuartering, you don't have any employees at the coffee company, because you just buy coffee from other people and put your label on it. This has gone way past internet lulz, and it is been nonstop for months. No. Prove it, Jeremy. Come out with some receipts, because if you're going to play the victim... Oh, and he also put on here as well, these idiots are ruining their lives. And by the way, every single one of these psychos I have on camera all look like this. So according to him, he has people on camera. Well, show it. Show us the video, Jeremy. Here's the thing is, this guy's already been proven a liar that, oh, I've been, harassed, or the F-150 was showing up at my house. And apparently, according to him, he has 50 security cameras at his house. Not a single one of us, not a single one of those cameras didn't spot me or Dawn or Misty or anybody else coming at this guy's house. So just ridiculous. And we got a thing in the chat here. It says, Misty Mochi got blocked, asking us to show proof. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised she got blocked. Everyone that gets blocked is asking for proof. Oh, here we go. Here's Misty right here. So he's responding. Okay, here we go. We got a live update right here. So if you have proof of this, please post it. All you do is make vague references to stuff, and you aren't giving the receipts you claim to have. Yeah, absolutely. And if it's such an issue, why not make a formal report with your local police department or the FBI? You tag them, funnily enough. And then he says, I did report it to the FBI, lol. I assume you can't read? Well, the thing is, Jeremy, you're a proven liar, so just because you put it in a tweet doesn't make it so. But I wanted to start this off tonight really quick. I disavow any and all communications directly with Jeremy Hambly in real life. Do not go to his company, do not go to his house, etc. I shouldn't even have to say that. And we got 500 kicks here. Thank you so much. It says, thanks for all your work. Everyone should buy your book. It's genuinely enjoyable and it has a place next to my Warhol Christian book. Well, I appreciate the 500 kicks. All right. So let's get into some of these creepy emails. So Jeremy Hambley actually sent me an email, guys. I know I'm shocked that I actually received an email from Jeremy, but it's a creepy coffee email. So he says, "Final reminder, complete my order. Hey Luther, we saw that you put our product in our cart, but you forgot to complete your order. Is everything okay?" Talk about a creepy motherfucker. Hey, we got a gifted sub over on Kick, so thank you very much. We're actually getting some Kick support tonight. I know I was able to get Kick working, so thank you so much. I enjoy the Kick chat and all our viewers over on Kick. So I by the way, I wasn't buying the coffee, just to be clear. I was just doing some research on the coffee. Holy shit, look at all these gifted subs. I really appreciate that over on Kick. Anyway, so look at this. Is everything okay? Could you imagine trying to buy something and then they say, "Is everything okay?" And then click on this pic right now and we'll get your order on the road to you ASAP. If you've got any questions, yeah, where's the coffee company? Where's the coffee factory? He never responded to any of my emails about that. We got him in the Kick in the YouTube chat. Is everything okay? You're not giving me all your money. There must be something wrong with you. I appreciate that. Now, guys, where's the support? You asked for this. You asked for the Silky Dark Roast, but I saw you didn't buy it. Anyway, today is the final day I can hold onto your cart. After that, I might have to get it to somebody else that ordered the same. Is this like these tactics of everyone wants this? Holy shit, we got a $50 super chat over on YouTube. Thank you so much. It says, "Citizen journalism at its best. Suffa Jer, Suffa Bish." Well, I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for the $50 super chat. We're really coming out of the gate swinging tonight. Thank you very much. Anyway, and he says, "And again, if you need our help walking you through everything, just hit reply." So if you're such a brain dead dent and you don't know how to buy something off the internet, you can email Jeremy Hambley, okay? And he will walk you through how to purchase things from his website. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. These are the dents. Now, if you look here on the bottom here, it has this address here. That's the address from like 3 years ago. So that is not the address. But anyway, I just thought that was really, really funny. The one email I get from Jeremy is just absolute ass. So let's get to the Andrew Tate stuff. Now, for people who don't know, like Andrew Tate's lawyer, is it Daniel McBride? Something McBride. This guy is an actual like lol cow, but in the lawyer space. Like he makes Nick Rekieta look like a reputable lawyer. So let's just watch this video really, really quick, guys, and then we'll get into it. Oh, sorry it's so quiet. So he just doxed the Secretary of State's son. So that's quite the bold move, Cotton, trying to extort the Secretary of State. We'll see how it plays out, but like when there's like this funny story where Andrew Tate went to a bunch of lawyers and like they told him like you have no case, like it's kind of fucked. And then they're like, "Well, we don't want a lawyer that's going to tell us the right thing. We want a lawyer who's like a criminal lawyer," but it was a literal criminal lawyer. So this guy's just a clown. And yeah, it's the most desperate tactic I've seen. It's just total scumbag behavior, in my opinion. So let's get on to the Dim Fool segment. Now, I have these 2 tweets from Dim Fool here. And this is, people are manipulating the YouTube algorithm. Now, I don't know if this was targeted towards Jeremy or not, because it really does feel like it's targeted towards Jeremy. So let's watch this really, really quick. Sorry, I got to turn all these clips up here.
To be completely honest,
I apologize. It was muted.
I like
I'm so
that they
bad.
got 162,000 views on a clip of me that everyone's celebrating. I don't think it represents my argument perfectly, but it gets you attention, right? In the attention economy. Well, take a look at this channel. the latest videos. Joe Rogan reacts. Joe Rogan was surprised. Joe Rogan enjoyed watching. Joe Rogan watches Young Man. Joe Rogan can't stop laughing. Joe Rogan.
So what Tim Pool is doing is he's criticizing basically like these AI shorts. So yeah, I don't know if this was targeted at Jeremy or not, but I thought it was very funny.
Literally every single fake video this channel pumps out, it's a fake reaction from Joe Rogan. That's it. And some of these videos have millions of views. Joe Rogan watch.
So this is like the first time Dim Fool has ever heard of like AI slop bullshit.
Just Candace. Joe Rogan freaked out.
Yeah, it looks like Jared Short's channel, doesn't it?
What they do, and they are not the only ones that do this. This is a massive, massive issue on YouTube.
You don't say, Tim. It's a massive, massive issue. It's almost like this is the quartering.
They take a viral clip, slap a Joe Rogan on the front of it, and bang! Somehow, despite not being involved in these conversations, Joe Rogan is the most influential reaction content producer. You love it. Hey, let's go to YouTube and take a look at this. If you search for Joe Rogan shocked, you get a bunch of...
Yeah, anyway, I thought that was funny. I don't think that was targeted at Jeremy, but it might as well could have. So I want to juxtapose these two tweets from Dim Fool. So one of them says, wow, I'm getting positive press on how I've supported Ukraine. Amazing. So this is one of like his rage bait tweets that he just puts out like a random opinion and then is super surprised when a bunch of people that have no idea who he is, says, oh yeah, you're amazing. And then he did the exact same thing to Bill Maher. So like Bill Maher, huge leftist. He's a big liberal, old school liberal. Oh, thank you so much for the 2. Admitted you want it. You want that coffee? Click the button. No, I'm not going to buy it, but thank you for the 2. And he says, so, so Bill Maher has this opinion, even though he's a leftist. Out of nowhere, Tim Pool decides, oh yeah, I totally agree with it. But then when like Tim Pool puts out one of these crazy tweets where he's like, oh yeah, I love Ukraine. And then a whole bunch of people say, oh yeah, I love you now, Tim. He doesn't understand like the disconnect where like people just see stuff on social media and then hit like, which is exactly what he does. Anyway, I don't know. I just thought that was interesting. All right, so let's get into the Styx content, guys. We're trying to, keep it rolling here. So look at our old alcoholic bum pirate friend here, Stick Hexenhammer 666. I mean, he has been wearing, not a lie, the same shirt every single day in a row for 9 days in a row. Let me repeat that for people possibly who didn't hear that. So this is 9 days ago. He did a video called The Organic Food Scam. He's wearing the Gay Stole-Ass shirt. 8 days ago, Gay Stole-Ass shirt. 6 days ago, the Gay Stole-Ass shirt. 4 days ago, the Gay Stole-Ass shirt. 4 hours ago. So this was today. He's still wearing the Gay Stole-Ass shirt. Can you believe it? I can't believe it. Yeah, the lawyer... Listen, I'm sorry it was muted. I'll put it in the show notes after the show. Anyway, this is insane. And look how rough he looks, guys. And then he's down to 485,000 subscribers as well. Yeah, he's stinky. Anyway, so let's watch this real gem here from Styx. It's called Drug Hypocrisy. Obviously, he means drug hypocrisy. And let's just, so he's got 8,000 views on it. I mean, that's just fucking brutal as well for a 485K sub channel. I mean, my typewriter video could get more views than that. Does he even bathe Bass Creations Foundry? No, he does not. There is no straight stole-ass, exactly. Alcohol and tobacco, those will kill you slowly. We can see. I mean, these are just fucking brutal comments. Seeing a video on Styx is an excellent drug PSA. Yes, we're going to get into the video soon. I've been sober. Yes. I'm 11 beers deep. I could still spell. And it says Styx looking worse every time I see him. I understand. So let's see what let's listen to this guy who looks like, he wouldn't be out of place at a fucking bus stop at a rundown part of town. He's going to tell us about drugs.
All right, everyone.
Oh, holy shit. We got another $2 super chat here. Sorry I'm late, boss. Hey, no problem. The show's just getting started. We got our tech issues out of the way.
It's time to talk about drug hypocrisy and the drug war. The hypocrisy angle is...
So we're still talking about the drug war. Like, 2014 called Styx. We're not the edgy libertarians anymore. Like, even red states have legalized marijuana.
Quite easily explained. The parents and grandparents, and great-grandparents actually, of the current generations are being complete hypocrites when it comes to drugs. You will get lectured about not smoking
So, listen to this big-brained argument, okay?
by someone with a Marlboro in their mouth, for example. Your great-grandparents took a lot of laudanum. They found it fun. They also had cocaine drops back then, among other things.
So, because your great-great-grandfather did cocaine drops back in 1905 before it became illegal, you should be able to walk into a vending machine and get cocaine. This is Styx, Hex, and Hammer 666 in the year of our Lord, 2026.
They were understood to be medicinal. Your grandparents
Cocaine's medicinal. We getting advice from Nick Rekieta now?
went to Woodstock. And, yeah, they didn't do any drugs there. There were no drugs at Woodstock. Or anything like that. Or Altamont or something like that. No drugs at any of these concerts. They never existed. They were all teetotalers. Yeah, they had
What are we listening to?
tea breaks.
Yeah, what happened to Styx? He was a decent political commentator. Well, he's going to tell you because people in the past did drugs, we should be able to do drugs today.
Between sets
And thank you for the sub, Bass Creations Foundry.
and stuff like that. Yeah, maybe if it was mushroom tea or something like that. Gen X is probably the most hypocritical, though. You used all the drugs. You took them all. There were no drugs left for us millennials. You took all of them.
Everyone else gets to do drugs.
Yeah, but you took all the LSD, you took all the weed, you took everything.
I know, look at his fingernails. I know somebody in chat said, yeah, Just Jenny, look at this guy's fucking fingernails. Like, you don't work in a mechanic shop. You don't work, in a blue-collar job. Like, how do they get that dirty?
Literally, I don't know, you must have been blasted off your ass. You think that we're weird? That us millennials are weird? Dude, millennials
What the fuck is he talking about? We got Jer Stretch Trampoline with a sub. Thank you very much.
cucks. Are simps compared to Gen X, and the boomers, and their great-grandparents in the Edwardian era.
Like, so because people have been using less drugs, that's somehow a bad thing? What the fuck?
And to the Victorians, who were literally huffing gas in order to get high. Have you ever heard of either? Yeah,
What the fuck are we listening to, guys? Mr. Gently Benevolent for 5 says, even Jer's bestie for pay has bigger arms than Captain Styx. I know, even Melanie Mack is more jacked, has more muscle definition than this clown. At least he's sticking to the pirate theme by catching scurvy. It's fucking rough, dude. At least if he was a pirate, he'd have
everyone
some,
does drugs.
some tan
It's
or
been
something.
going back millions of years.
Millions of years, guys. People have been doing drugs for millions of years. So how dare you complain that I want to do drugs here and now?
Cave people, 12,000 years ago, were using little rock cauldrons to brew primitive beer.
Okay, people brewed beer 10,000 years ago because regular water, would kill them because it had parasites in it.
Okay? So, yeah.
We didn't learn about, like, germ theory of disease until the 1800s. That's why, like, wine and beer was so important to civilization, as well as even cultures that didn't drink alcohol, like Islamic cultures, they had coffee and tea houses. Of course, you boil coffee and tea, so it killed the drugs. So drinking coffee and tea was very, very important. This guy knows shit about shit, guys. And we got 5 pounds. Helen Pastel says, maybe the police should put out a silver alert for Styx and said, this is the face of dementia. Yeah, it's an alcoholic stupor. And we got Dirt Eater for 5 says, hey man, don't sweat the lawyer clip. I know your time is a valuable resource. Thanks for all hard work, dude. Well, I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Hey, it wouldn't be I got the kick stream started, but hey, there's got to be at least one tech issue, right?
Drugs and humans have coexisted for some time.
Drugs and humans have coexisted for some time.
And before that, they were using basically everything. These berries, they make me feel really good. Let me take another handful of them. Oh, shit. Holy fuck.
This is like the drunken ramblings of, like, some guy at a bus stop.
That's what has happened. Human beings
This is what
have
has
been
happened.
using drugs their entire existence. The only thing is that more recently there were anti-drug crusades.
Yes, because we learned that these drugs are bad for you, you fucking retard. Doing cocaine is not a good idea. Giving bourbon to put on your infant's lips to stop teething is bad. Giving cocaine to your infant is bad. Taking psychedelic mushrooms could kill you and fry your brain.
Which have never worked.
Like, we also stopped doing, surgery without anesthesia. We also started sterilizing medical instruments and made that law so you can't operate on people. That's unsafe. What the fuck is wrong with this guy?
To try to teetotal people. It goes along with the temperance movement. There's literally no other reason. By the way,
Okay, so, yes, there was a temperance movement in the United States, but you have to understand the 1800s, people were drinking like a gallon of whiskey a week. Like, alcoholism was out of fucking control. Like, has he ever heard of, like, the London gin craze of, like, the 1800s, where women were literally selling children to buy alcohol?
also goes along with the feminist movement.
Oh, but it's the women. The women want... Yeah, opium wars. Yeah, we got another one. Exactly. We're back in 1890. It's like...
Believe it or not. Yes, indeed.
For the most part, by the way, women couldn't even vote. Okay? Anyway.
Groups of feminists would go into bars and take axes and smash the alcohol.
He thinks that, like, dry counties existed when the amendment was passed. There's been tons of dry counties all throughout the United States, and that happened before women had the right to vote. So, men have to take the blame on that one. And we got 2 super chats here. Guy and Tornado for 10. Thank you so much. This chat is 6 times smaller than Jared's chat, yet moves 6 times faster. You're killing it. Keep it up, Luther. Well, I appreciate it. Thank you so much for the 10. Crazy Sharper than a 2 says, please take this to stop. I can't take it. Hey, we got a little bit left to go.
This happened on a fairly regular basis. But
Look at this arm, dude. Look at his arm. I just saw it myself. Look at this guy. He's malnourished. Whatever this guy's diet, Jer should go on the Styx diet, okay? He'd lose 20 pounds in a week.
Of older generations judging younger generations for using mind-altering substances.
So this is really what it is for Styx. It's just about getting back at mom and dad. It's like, I want to do drugs, mom and dad. You can't tell me what to do because you were at Woodstock. Fuck you.
Marijuana is probably the first and foremost. It is medicinal. It is not particularly habit-forming.
It's not particularly habit-forming. I mean, I don't think it is compared to other drugs. But, whether it's addictive or not doesn't necessarily take away
it's sort of a take it or
effects.
Leave it sort of drug. It doesn't have any chemically addictive properties
at all. Still in high school?
Actually.
Yeah.
It can be habituating. So it can be psychological, but it doesn't have any chemically addictive properties.
We got Dr. Styx here.
And soft drugs, LSD and stuff like that. I knew there's this one YouTube user who apparently lived in an old missile silo with an older dude, and they were making LSD and shit. And she's gotten out of the drug trade. I think there was probably a legal reason for this. Let's put it that way. But
look at this train of thought.
Pretty
it just
funny.
Goes nowhere. We've gone off the rails.
How dare older generations, even your fucking great-grandparents, how dare they judge you for using mind-altering substances?
How dare my parents try to get me to stop drinking?
They were doing the same thing. Great-grandparents are using opioids mainly. Well, that's a lot worse than, like, weed or something like that. The boomers, they did everything.
We got 1,000 kicks. Jerry Stretch Tramp says, can we get Styx and Jer on a show, fat versus thin? That'd be amazing. We should do that. I have a nuanced opinion. I somewhat agree with Styx. I get chronic migraines, don't want to jump through hoops for my Vicodin that I use responsibly. Just get a prescription.
Gen X did everything.
Styx is
even
a drug
us
expert
millennials.
For sure. Exactly.
Many of us did everything.
Okay, get into this. Now, this is the anti-drug PSA. Styx is going to give us the rundown on every single drug that he's
I was using Arrowhead when I was younger. I used everything under the sun that wasn't a hard drug.
I used everything that wasn't a hard drug, and look at you! It ruined your fucking life! You don't even need the hard drugs to ruin your life. We got Dylan with 10, thank you so much, says, making LSD in a missile silo. Is he describing 5-card? I don't know, I've never played that game. Is this where, like, his drunken state, he can't distinguish between
and I use that term loosely. I don't believe in the term hard drug in the general sense. I'm simply using it in the colloquial sense.
He's Nick Rekieta maxing now.
I never used crack, meth, heroin, anything like that, cocaine. I left those alone. I knew better.
So, he didn't do any of the hard drugs, and his life is still fucking ruined.
I smoked weed. I did LSD. I did mescaline.
Yeah, and it fried your brain.
I did psilocybin. I did Syrian rue. I tried to make ayahuasca, but I couldn't keep it down long enough, so I only got auditory hallucinations, which is probably for the best because it tasted like crap. So I've used quite a few, and Morning Glory, and a few others. So I've used quite a few drugs. I'm just...
I've used quite a few drugs. He just names like 10.
Just pointing that out. So I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
marijuana,
you
for
look like you know what
example,
you're talking
is the most
about.
innocuous of them all. You may become habituated to it, but you will not become chemically addicted to it, because it's not possible for that to happen.
What?
In my experience,
what
it'd
about
be like...
alcohol, Styx? You didn't name alcohol as one of those drugs.
I'll have a couple puffs, and then a week goes by where I don't use it at all.
Probably because you can't afford it.
And I don't mind it. It's completely different from the two main legal drugs, by the way, in the United States.
Oh, he's going to give us his take on alcohol here. Got Giles McCoy with the 10. Thank you so much. This demented skeleton is the best anti-drug PSA that's ever existed. Exactly. If you have kids who think, well, what's wrong with smoking weed? What's wrong with little ayahuasca? Show them this clip.
The ones that the boomers and Gen X will not castigate you for using. Tobacco and alcohol. Those are highly habit-forming, and they're highly dangerous for you.
Yeah, they are.
Now, tobacco will probably kill you more slowly, whereas alcohol will potentially liquefy your fucking liver within a few years.
Gee, you speak from experience?
So, there's a little bit of a difference, but they're both habit-forming, and they're both legal.
Yeah. Maybe you should move to a dry county, Styx.
Why?
We got Aries Athena, thank you for a 5. How has he not lost his hair with how frail his body's become? Usually it falls out. This guy's a man-child. What a joke. Literally wasting away. I mean, maybe it's a wig. I don't know.
Why would the U.S. government keep them legal and continue going after marijuana? Except
marijuana is legal.
Now at the federal level. Now it's been effectively decriminalized.
Yeah.
Half of the states have decriminalized it too.
This is depressing.
It's an untenable legal situation, so they had no choice. They probably didn't want to, because they're a bunch of hypocrites. Why would they keep them legal? The United States is a...
Here's his big brain political take, guys. It's not because there are some harmless vices that you can't get rid of. Can't be just a simple cost-benefit analysis, or like, we tried to make it illegal and it didn't work, or like, basically every country in the world has them legal.
A massive producer of tobacco. It is a massive producer of various distilled beverages.
You gonna tell us which ones?
Breweries, wineries.
Okay, well, a brewery is not distilled, but whatever. We got $2 says, hold the champion of Stolas.
Literal
I know, thanks
liquor distilleries. They're all over the place. I've seen them proliferate in my own home state of Vermont, for example.
I thought he was gonna say, I've seen them proliferate in my own home.
You would not believe it. It's become a gigantic muscle of alcohol.
What's insane is this guy's so out of date, he doesn't even understand that, like, alcohol consumption in the United States is actually going down. particularly among younger generations. They just don't drink as much, or they drink non-alcoholic stuff.
It's all over the place. I can't even count the number of wineries that are up there. There were none of them
Wineries
before.
in Vermont?
There were a couple of breweries. That was basically the only thing. I think there was one distillery. Now there's probably dozens of breweries. And keep in mind, this state has less than 1 million people in it. There's probably...
So we get the anti-alcohol spiel from Styx. I mean, this is really fucking rich, isn't it, guys? Let's speed it up, because this is getting a little tiresome. And we want to keep it rolling here tonight. Thank you so much for joining us on the Luther Morgan stream.
3 dozen breweries. There's probably 100 wineries. There's got to be a half a dozen distilleries minimum.
And holy shit, we got 5 gifted subs in the Kick chat. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Going on Kick
for
every day.
the small population in a very small area. It's become a gigantic muscle of alcoholism.
You don't say, Styx. You don't say.
This is economically, it's advantageous. Until your population starts dropping like flies because they're all getting drunk
Yeah, well, what are you going to do? You going to have the government regulate it, Styx?
all the time and their livers
This is capitalism at work, isn't it?
are liquefying. You know what would be better? Marijuana. You know? Just grow the marijuana.
It's fucking Vermont, Styx. Isn't Vermont one of the most legal states? You think people can't get weed in Vermont? Are you retarded?
Crops, ma'am. Thankfully, state of Vermont, you're allowed to have 2 adult plants per person on a property that is a resident. Okay, well that works. You know, you're not going to smoke all the buds on that if you take
So we get the pro-marijuana thing from the alcoholic?
proper care of it, because it's going to be a lot of weed,
Because, you know, this guy doesn't smoke weed because he get hungry and he'd be
my
eating.
dude. But I believe in legalizing that. I believe in legalizing the soft drugs, and I believe in deregulating the hard
So the soft drugs that he did, he's in favor of deregulating. Now, if you're a real libertarian, you'd say legalize the heroin.
drugs. Just look the other way. If somebody wants to kill
So it's just legal by default.
themselves
then.
with crack
It's like Portland, Oregon, where you just can't get arrested, and then there's just a bunch of fucking drug addicts wandering the streets, destroying your civilization.
cocaine or with heroin or something like that, I don't think that it's a problem. I mean, what are you going to do about it? If you throw them in prison, they're probably going to die anyway. They're going to go through withdrawal, they'll probably fucking die. So just leave them alone. Unless there's a DUI or something like that, or you know, they're being aggressive in public, there's no reason for you to get involved. And as far as the older generations, judging the younger generations for using pot or something like that, dude, no, you never smoked pot at Woodstock.
Oh my god. Look at his arm. Sorry. We're keeping it rolling.
When you were there, you were the party teetotaler. I'm so sure of this. That makes
Does he not understand that, like, people are individuals, and, like, even back in the 60s, there was, like, the silent majority that didn't engage in the counterculture, that didn't smoke weed?
sense. Gen X. No, you never took any pills from the cupboard or anything like that.
Anyway, I think we've had enough of this clown, guys. I mean, isn't this depressing? I know, he's looping. He's absolutely looping. So we're going to move on to, here we go, the quartering segment. So we're going to go through some tweets here, then we're going to go through some clips, all right? So here's the Kino Grove. Everyone go check him out. And this is Jeremy talking about getting into Walmart, all right? So he's setting himself up for success here, talking about Walmart.
This is not a man that has a great track record.
I'm sorry it's so quiet.
Okay? But let's take a look. A huge shout out to everyone who's supporting my coffee company, Coffee Brand Coffee. You can just head to buycbc.com. It'll take you directly to our Amazon store. We will also be available on Walmart very soon. I'm roasting up our first order.
So he's roasting up his first order, all right? So what's the over-under on this is real?
I'm really excited about that. And then soon Target. So we're expanding rapidly, and then we'll be in Canada.
So he just said Target, and then he's going to be in Canada, guys.
Rapidly, and then we'll be in Canada by the end of the year. So all my Canadian viewers will be able to get our products. So I'm in expansion mode, big and heavy.
He's big and heavy. He's big and heavy, guys. Sorry. We got Kiwi Pasta with a pack it up said, Happy to see on Kick Luther. Styx is the craziest downfall a lot of people like to see. Got your paperback. It was a great paperback. It was a great read. Well, I appreciate you for the support buying the book. Thank you for the 1,000 kicks. We did get Kick working today. And yeah, Styx was going to be low cow of the year till Jeremy came out of nowhere.
Need your help.
Needs your help, guys.
To build up some cash.
We got 500 kicks says, he's fat! Exactly. Thank you.
To put through these giant new orders. I put our dark roast K-Cups, which are our top sellers, 30% off right now.
We got more top sellers. Everything's a top seller.
Try. But we also have butterscotch toffee, another top seller, blueberry cobbler, strawberries and cream. We have 100% real Kona. We have decaf, double calf, a silky ultra dark roast. We only have 5 of those left. We're running low on that. We have a light roast Ethiopian, all available in whole bean, ground, and 5-pound bags. So remember, buy cbc.com if you're a coffee drinker. We're roasting our fall flavors right now. So
he's roasting the fall flavors. This was taken from a few days ago. It was July. It's fucking July. Why would you roast fall flavors in July? You should roast it like a day or a week or at the most a month before it's going to go out the door.
Bringing back Spike Jack-O-Lantern.
No, not the Spike Jack-O-Lantern, Jeremy. That was on sale for like a year.
New maple pecan flavor because viewers have requested a pecan flavor. So I've been taste testing.
Okay, so the maple pecan thing, it's because Java Taza has a maple pecan thing. Okay.
Our Christmas flavors, gingerbread and vanilla sugar cookie are coming back for the holiday season. So it's a really great time to give our product a try. If you're looking for something to try, just try the dark roast. It's 30% off. And until they're sold out, obviously, but check that out.
Anyway, so that's Jeremy. He's gonna get into needs our help building up some cash. Yeah, I need that money. He really, really does. He needs that money. All right, so we got another banger from Keno Grove here. Oh, I think this is where Jeremy says CBC is going to be in Walmart by the end of August. So get your calendars out. Low volume Luther. I know. I got to get the plug in to raise it. I'm sorry.
Huge shout out, by the way, to everyone that is supporting my coffee company. Soon to be available on Walmart. Hopefully by August, the end of August. We'll see. But for right now, you can get it all on.
Look at his chat, guys. Look at the chat. This is the other, you don't need to. Yeah, I know. I got up the volume. But even without this video clip, we'll move on to the next clip here. The chat is not even filled up. And he's been streaming for 8 minutes, 28 seconds. 8 minutes, 28 seconds, and he has not even a full chat window. So there's no one chatting. It's sad. I don't know if anyone else caught that. We'll see if this one's a low volume clip. It is as well. We're going to get into this OF podcaster lady later on in the, I think he talks about it with Melanie Mack. So we're going to get on that. All right. We already got that one. So we're going to move ahead. Keeping it rolling. So we got Keno Grove here. I dug into this case. So this is one where he's talking. He plays like this super cringe video, all right, for Melanie Mack. And all I have to say to Melanie Mack is it worth it?
Like, gonna pop off.
She knew it was, yeah.
Yeah.
And like, if anybody around her cared about her, they'd have been like,
girl, be careful. You might want to take that down. You're gonna get.
And what if it had turned out that the girl made it all up? It happens all the time. What if? So he was a coach of her sports team, right? And what if he benched her? And she didn't like that, so she made up some story. Now, I dug into this case, and there's a
He dug into the case. He messed around on Twitter. We're going to skip ahead a little bit here.
Have any parents
because I want it to get to the part where he's going to show like this really cringe comedy skit to Melanie, and you could just see the ick, okay, that's coming through the screen. I was physically uncomfortable watching
all those
this.
text messages. So now he can do it uncensored.
Yeah.
Although the low volume might help us because Melanie's here.
Yes, right.
Bro, this party's awesome, bro. Yeah, dude.
This sketch, one of the all-time, it's from Derek Comedy. This is one of the first videos I ever thought was the most hilarious shit I've ever seen.
Okay,
in my life.
Unk.
Yo, dude, I got some scotch. You want to drink some scotch before the party? Yeah, all right. Yeah, let's do it, bro.
It's old. It's like 480p.
As much as you can, because you want to hide it before anyone else sees it, okay, bro? All right, bro.
Look at her like nervously watch this.
Bro, this is gonna be awesome, bro. No, dude, don't take my fans, bro. All right, dude. Lay down on the bed.
No, bro. I'm not gonna lay down on the bed.
Bro, go lay down. No, this is gonna be awesome, yo. Just sit down. There you go, bro. All right, cool.
Look, just nervously watching. Just terrible.
No, dude, what are you...
Bro rape. Yeah.
Yo, he's gonna be sweet, all right? Wish me luck. No, bro.
What the fuck are we watching?
It's a type of rape that's gone overlooked for decades, and it's risen 44% in the last year.
This is like one of Jeremy's all-time favorite clips. Is that Donald Glover? I also thought that as well.
Of course, about bro rape. What is a bro? A bro's an 18 to 24-year-old male who wears Birkenstock sandals, watches Family Guy, plays ultimate frisbee, and wears an upside.
Is this Jer's new degenerate fantasy, bro rape? It could be.
Visor or a baseball cap with a pre-frayed brim. You know, a bro. For every suburban house party, 4 bros will be raped, and only 1 in 7 bros will tell their boys what happened.
Nervous
next
laughter.
Day. As a result, most bro rapes go unreported.
So it was my friend Jake's birthday party, and we're playing paintball and whatever, and then we go back to Tim's house to get a little drunk, and Tim brings out some beers, and I turn around to get my bottle opener. When I turn back around, there's a Jack Johnson.
Look
album
at
next
just
to
so
the
uncomfortable
beer.
trying to like sit in the
Whose is
chair.
this?
Like,
I love Jack Johnson.
let me
Tim's
put on the
like,
fake
"Oh, me too.
smile.
I love him too.
Yeah,
Let's go
cringe.
party and
Whoa,
talk
buddy,
about it."
indeed.
Internet chat rooms for bands like Dave Matthews, Jack Johnson, and Incubus is going to be a hotbed for bro predators looking to prey on unsuspecting bros.
Look, okay, so this is the other thing I wanted to do with this clip is look at his pulse here. He's checking his pulse the whole time. Oh yeah, somebody else noticed it in the kick chat too. He's checking his pulse. Why is he doing that?
Phrases like chill or dude, let's just chill or hey bro, we're chilling. You want to get some beers and chill? Me and my film crew went to one of these chat rooms and posed as a 20-year-old bro named
As a
Chad.
20-year-old bro.
After a week or so, we lured some of these bro predators into our dorm room to chill.
Yeah, this is like shit that like you and your like high school buddies or college buddies would make and then put it on the internet, and it was never supposed to be famous.
There they were confronted by our film crew who forced them to explain themselves.
Look at this. Just nervously doesn't know how to like. It's so overly happy. Like the smile is like caked on her face.
Newsline. Can I ask you a few questions? Where's Chad? Is this Chad's room? There is no Chad. We posed as a
There
bro
is no
in
Chad.
the chat room. Can you
Yeah,
explain
I'm
what
sorry
you're
this
doing here?
video's so messed up.
Watch some DVDs, talk about bands. I was gonna tell Chad how not cool it is to invite bros he meets on the internet to his dorm.
And holy shit, we got a celebrity in here tonight. We got Brad Cool Unlimited. Just followed our channel. I don't know if that's the real Brad Cool, but I appreciate it.
You see your bag? Yeah, sure.
We got legendary Grapists and a Rage Quit. Did somebody request my services for Jeremy? It seems like he's asking for it. 500 kicks. I appreciate the 500 kicks.
What's in here, sir?
This is cringe. Absolutely.
6-pack natty ice.
You steal a lot. I get
Just nervous laughter. Every single time with like the nervous
White Castle,
laughter.
Such an underrated movie. It's totally
Big black dildo.
Oh!
It's easy. It's too easy. I mean, if they didn't want to get raped, they wouldn't walk around the way they do with their pop collared shirts and their Livestrong bracelets, their Abercrombie water polo t-shirts.
Anyway, him checking his pulse and Melanie Mac's cringe reactions. I couldn't get past it. So this video tonight, it's called Tim Pool and TheQuartering team up to destroy Starbucks after massive woke backfire. Now this is still on Jeremy's channel and it's from July 12, 2022. So the reason why we're going to go through a couple of clips here and you can kind of see the evolution of Tim Pool and Jeremy. And the absolute simpery and pining after Tim Pool in this video is crazy. We're going deep into the Disney vault now of Jer, okay? We got 5 Canadian, thank you so much. Notice how he constantly look at Mel's reaction through his OBS. He's having phone sharing anxiety. That's why he's checking his pulse. There's something going on here, okay? Yeah, Melanie had to pretend to like this. Is it fucking worth it? Like, is it worth it, Melanie?
Here's my vision. We open a coffee shop. We get good quality stuff. Maybe some Krigler coffee. Maybe some coffee brand coffee.
Sorry about that. So I did not insert these clips. This is Jeremy's video, okay?
Then we sell the cup of coffee at a price that is comparable or competitive with the Starbucks that will be right across the street. Better quality stuff.
This is Jeremy's face when he looks at Tim Pool, by the way.
And instead of taking big profits from the store for myself, I'll just kick it back to the employees.
Yeah, I don't want to make big profits. Implying that coffee shops even make any money.
Like I said, I don't care to run a coffee shop. It's not my dream to be a coffee shop owner. It is my dream to stick it to these woke corporations that have sacrificed the safety of their employee for politics.
Cringe meme alert.
What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from TheQuartering, and it could be happening. The Beanie and the Beardy could be teaming up.
Oh my god. Can you make it less gay, please?
To take on Starbucks. Now,
we're taking on Starbucks, guys. We haven't even... Tim Pool just opened his coffee shop last week, and it looks like shit. And Jeremy Hambley can't sell 50 bags of coffee a week, but they're going to take on Starbucks.
I mentioned this morning while covering the Starbucks story, he beat me to press. I'm not mad about it.
He's always chasing the dim fool.
Allowed to do his job, but it did make me a little sad that he beat me to this story. But Starbucks, for years, has virtue signaled about anybody can use our bathrooms. All the bums can come in, or homeless people can come in and use in the bathroom and sleep in the bathroom and make our customers who are paying $9 for a latte feel uncomfortable. Well,
oh, look what we got here. We got Mother 2 in the background. R.I.P. Mother 2. That's one of the video games Jeremy had to sell because he's a bum, a degenerate gambler.
Turns out people who pay $9 for a latte in highly inflated times don't want to be surrounded by criminals. Now, I'm not disparaging the homeless. I mean, I think it's a real...
Just do it. This guy is such a cuck. Like, just say homeless bums shouldn't be in Starbucks, okay? Homeless bums need to get a job. Homeless bums need to apply for temporary housing and get off the street and stop being a drug addict and stop being an alcoholic.
Tragedy in this country.
Oh, it's just a tragedy.
First of all, a huge section of them are addicts or have mental health issues that need more resources and need more time. Maybe $40 billion that we sent overseas to who knows who could have helped with that.
So this is his leftist argument. What, we don't need to spend money on the military. We could have just spent the money on welfare for bums in America.
Would have much rather seen that. Take $40 billion, build some facilities to help the homeless, to help them get back on their feet.
This is a guy, by the way, he didn't want his property taxes to go up to pay for his local school. Okay? He's such a selfish asshole.
This is a forgotten group of people in this country that is most likely in the hundreds of thousands.
Apologize for that.
People that are homeless or one paycheck away from being homeless. And so I don't mean to disparage them. But what's interesting about it is Starbucks decided to virtue signal about it and talk about how, their open door policy is great.
So we're 2 minutes, 35 seconds into the video, and this guy hasn't even started the video. This was his hidden talent, was just stretching things way the fuck out. We got Gator with a sub. Thank you very much.
Well, as of today, they're closing a bunch of stores, and the reason is, as expected. Now, Tim brings up a pretty good idea here. Let's see.
Here's my vision. We open a coffee shop. We get good quality stuff. Maybe some Krigler coffee.
Maybe
some coffee brand coffee.
That would be better.
Then,
look at him. He's just jazzed up. He's zooted up, isn't he? Look at this guy.
We sell the cup of coffee at a price that is comparable or competitive with the Starbucks that will be right across the street.
Mm-hmm. I like it.
Better quality stuff.
I love Tim's understanding of business is let's just open a shop, not understanding any of the difficulty and actually opening a business because he's never run a business. I guess instead of a live stream, he's never worked in the food service industry as far as I know.
And instead of taking big profits from the store for myself, I'll just kick it back to the employees. I'll show them exactly how much we're making, and I'll say, if the store makes $1 million, I'm just going to split that up amongst the employees.
So this is 100% a lie because if you go into Tim Pool started his franchise documents, right? So you know exactly what he wants, and he doesn't kick back profits. All his franchise locations have to give money up to him, and I did a whole video on this where Tim Pool is so expensive. He's probably just as expensive as running a Starbucks or a Caribou or a Scooter's Coffee.
On position. The manager will get a little higher percentage than the assistant manager, than the employees, but everybody will see a cut of that profit at the end of the month.
I like
and a
it.
small amount of that profit will go into a bank account that will be used as a buffer.
Mm-hmm.
If there's a, let's just say, a stormy period where customer, sales are going down. Well,
yeah, it's called cash reserves. Like, this guy thinks he's, like, invented business.
Well, then we want to make sure everyone's getting paid. And that's what that buffer in the bank account will be for.
I agree. And listen,
Tim Fool invents profit sharing. Yeah, I know, right?
listen to this. I'll say it here, loud, proud, and stand behind it. Coffee Brand Coffee would be happy to provide all of the beans, cocoa, and teas that you need to run these stores at cost. How's that sound?
There's another empty promise from Jeremy.
We will.
Did he set it up as a co-op? No, it is a Tim Pool's coffee company is a regular franchise for-profit entity where he just gets 6% of your total gross sales, just like any other franchise.
Sell our beans, teas, and cocos as a wholesale product for Tim's stores, and so that he can maximize profit. That's all I ask. I don't ask for nothing, actually. I'll just make it happen.
So Jeremy is such a mark. He's such a simp for Tim Pool. He's willing to give up any and all profit. Like, this is the same level of, like, simpery and pining after that he did with, like, Sydney Watson and some of these other women that he's kind of clowned around with. What do you guys think? Am I looking too much into this? You know, he wants Tim inside of him, Miss April says. It's getting to that. He's so manipulative, it's gross behavior. Absolutely.
Now, if these people want to, pick up on the side a little bit, from the website or something.
Yeah, even in his business, he cucks to another man's bid work. Exactly. Please like and subscribe.
From Coffee Brand Coffee, but they don't have to. Happy to do it. Volume, lots of great things happen with volume. Lots of great business happen with volume. I'm very...
Not if you don't make any money, you idiot. If you don't have any profit, what is the point of running a business?
On YouTube, just like Tim is, to have a very large and financially
All right, let's
supportive
pick up the
audience.
Speed here, because he's just looping
fact,
now.
The K-Cup pre-orders at coffeebrandcoffee.com are going amazing. We're almost, 2/3 of the way to our goal already in like 3 days. People are ordering those K-Cups. We've got everything sent out. Boxes are getting printed. Packages are getting printed right now. They're going to be awesome. People are picking up our regular coffee today. There are our organic teas, our hot cocos.
Yeah, remember when he sold tea and he sold cocoa?
That money could go directly into providing Tim's coffee.
Subsidizing, guys. He's willing to cuck his own business to subsidize the dim fool. Are you kidding me?
Or how about beard and beanie blends? The beard and beanie. Or beanie
He wants to be a part of it. Like he wants to be part of the dim fool.
Beanie and beards. He can be.
Rage quit with 500 kicks, says Melanie Mack wishes he has K-Cups. Very funny. Appreciate the kicks.
Fine with that. All this, of course, Starbucks to close 16 stores because of crime and rampant use. Now, this is the public bathrooms thing, I think, is getting to a situation where more and more people don't want to provide it. Even where I live in a small town, a lot of people think, addicts, for example, are a big city problem. They're absolutely not. They're all over the place.
I just love how this guy's he's an expert on addicts, right? Like the zero self-awareness on this guy, where it's like, oh yeah, I'm an addict. I'm a gambling addict. I'm an alcohol addict. I'm a gooner addict. I'm a consumer, like shopaholic addict. I buy a bunch of useless garbage that fills up my empty mansion. He's a pill popper. He's an addict to the nth degree in every regard. So he's an expert on it.
And there was several issues of people, injecting things in the gas station bathroom. And I live in the burbs. People out here are addicted to pills. They're addicted to that. I mean, just as much as
addicted to pills, like you.
In the big city, maybe because we have fewer people. There's fewer overall, but it affects our community too. And Starbucks went out of their way to say, we have an open bathroom policy. This comes with a heavy cost, study finds. This was back in 2019, 18 months after a quote-unquote racial incident in Philadelphia led Starbucks to institute an official policy to open its U.S. coffee house and bathrooms to anyone, regardless of whether or not they make a purchase. So they virtue signal this, right? A study finds that Seattle Giant may be paying a big price for its pledge to be a third place for, quote, all people. Monthly visits to Starbucks dropped 6.8%.
So he just goes back to reading the article.
Compared with other nearby coffee shops after the open bathroom policy.
He's such a lazy bum.
Was put into place in May 2018. According to a joint study released Tuesday by academics, remember this article is a little older. We're going to get to where we're at today. From the business schools at University of Texas, Dallas, and Boston College, the study conducted in collaboration with the data company Safegraph examines aggregate and anonymous cell phone location data for more than 10.
But look at how much this guy can read, though. Like, at this point in time, he was still able to put some sentences together. So I don't know if he's just wet-brained or whatever is going on now.
Between January 2017 and October 2018. Remember that when you're carrying your cell phone around.
Yeah, he used to be able to read,
it covers
exactly.
nearly 10,800 U.S. Starbucks locations and measures them against other cafes.
Yeah, you think that's right, Danny Cool. He used to have such a great week. Thank you very much. But just don't let Jeremy near the bathroom. Like, you'd think that he, of all people, he would want universal bathroom access.
Restaurants nearby. The decline in visits to Starbucks is large and significant, the 43-page report says. Starbucks, of course, disagreed with the findings, saying, quote, as evidenced by our earnings report, customers are visiting us in record numbers. Well, you could also just increase prices.
Well, yeah, that's all that fucking matters is making money at the end of the day.
U.S. comparable stores in the fiscal year through September 29th jumped 5%, including...
All right, so he just goes back to talking about Starbucks. I want to see if he's going to go back to the dim fool.
Seattle has seen a surge in both terrible crime and property crime. Crime on people, crime on property, since the onset of the COOF.
He's still saying the COOF. Although this was back in 2022, so we'll give him a pass. He says, Kaiser with a 2 says, of all the products, why coffee is so dumb? It's because it's so easy and scalable, and you don't need to know anything about it, evidenced by his ignorance.
Is that what it is? I don't see that surge of that in my city.
You were just talking about it! You were just talking about how addicts are shooting up in the bathroom. What a dumbass. Anyway, so he's just dunking on Starbucks in this clip. So let's get into this clip where he's apologizing to Tim Pool. So this is in February of 2023. And just look at the simpery that we have on display with Jeremy Handley.
Dang it, Tim. I just released like a banger video going through your writer's piece. And I was all fired up.
Oh, hold on. He just told us to like. Hold on. Let me hit the dislike. All right.
In it. And then I see, flooded comments of people coming in and saying, hey, Tim apologized. And I did watch it. I felt like it was sincere. I feel like, even though, I think the veneer of our viewers thinking we're best friends or we're good buddies.
What do you mean? You literally wanted to go into business with this guy. You were willing to forego any profit to simp for this man.
Is gone. That doesn't mean that we shouldn't still coexist and lock arms and fight against, what we believe in. I think our channels are extremely complementary.
Okay, he's laying it on thick now. Why is he so gross looking? It's the diarrhea brown hoodie. I don't know.
You have a certain opinion of my content, and that's okay. It doesn't bother me. You're not my target.
It's slop.
And, I'm probably not the target for yours. However, we have a huge cross.
Illiterate bums? I don't know. Maybe.
Put our fans in the crossfire. And it was never really about us.
He wants to lock arms with him. I know, right?
Of course.
He's gay!
Everything I said positive about you, I still mean.
He's such a simp.
The empire that you're building, I'm extraordinarily inspired by it.
He's extraordinarily inspired by it. He's just seething and bitter and angry that he's not making as much money as Tim Pool is. That's what it is.
We may have different approaches. Certainly, I'm more of a wild card, less professional. But that's just...
Yeah, we don't have a story of Dim Fool pooping his pants in Walmart.
I think you know that. And my viewers know that. But, he brings up some important things like we're losing, James O'Keefe. I guess this is barring, anything weird coming out.
What?
So something, there's some weird, huge scandal with James. Obviously that could change things. But, losing that in the wake of probably their biggest...
So this is when James O'Keefe got fired from Veritas is what he's talking about?
Expose ever. Most important one ever.
Well, yeah, because James O'Keefe actually goes out and does real shit, and then you guys are like, you just read articles about people who actually do the real work.
Sucks. Crowder feuding with the Daily Wire sucks. I saw it in my own comments, right? Like my viewers are saying, hey, what's going on here?
So we're 2 minutes, 30 seconds in, and he said probably about 2 sentences, Yeah, exactly. CR dude, what is even being said? He's so meme brained. He's so shit. He can't even think. He can't even like formulate sentences or thoughts. We got Misty Mochi on Kick. Thank you so much. He says he's such a parasocial dent. No wonder all these people. No wonder he believed all these people were his friends. You know, that's actually true. Like because he has parasocial relationships with all these other influencers. He must think that his fans have this parasocial relationship with him. But in actuality, he's all alone.
Why are you backing Crowder? Why are you backing Daily? Why are you smashing Daily Wire? You know, all this kind of stuff. And like, I think they're right. And I don't think that, I think that it's just.
What are you thinking? Can you just put out a sentence?
You just got to be adults. I certainly reacted very emotionally.
An adult? You're the biggest fucking man-child baby on the planet, you clown.
And, you know, I still like the beard meme. I still think it's funny.
He's talking about the Jack Murphy cuck beard, I think.
Okay, though. Like, I think at a time when, I don't know if it's just that it's a slow news cycle.
It's a slow news cycle. It's these, we're getting Ghosts of Lol Cows Past, guys, where he's talking about it's just a slow news cycle.
But he also brought up that, you know, there were 2 Republican lawmakers that are no longer with us anymore in like the last week. What's going on there?
He's just so scatterbrained.
I think it's going to be a really rough year. It's going to be a year that we'll need each other. Even if Tim and I.
So again, like, isn't this like a weird, creepy, like parasocial? This is weird, creepy, parasocial dent shit. I also love this in the chat. We got to be adults. He says, sitting in front of a mountains of children's toys. Exactly. This guy's got like what, like a little stuffed animal. He's got like a fucking Ghostbusters station wagon.
You know, even are just perceived as colleagues. I think that that's far better.
He's willing to settle for being colleagues. You know, maybe if I can't make out with Tim, we'll just be colleagues. We'll just be friends, Tim.
Then you know, like even reluctant allies. There's really no point.
If I can't be your friend, if we can't lock arms, we could be colleagues. And then if we can't be colleagues, can we at least, like, you know, not hate each other?
In digging on Tim anymore. I'm not going to cover whatever future Shane Cashman pieces come out. I feel like
yes, you
I
will.
said my bit there, right? You know, Tim, I think, was very angry. I never took it all that serious, but I'm not a very serious guy. And
so this is exactly, again, with the Ghosts of Lol Cows Past. This is him with Rex Jones the other day, or the other month, whatever it was, where he wanted to debate Rex Jones, and then he backed out because he's terrible at debates, and all he can do, he can't handle direct confrontation. He's just going to roll over, show his belly, and say, he's sorry. He's super, super sorry, guys.
No, for my part, I guess, also, Tim, I am sorry. Tim's viewers that felt loyal and felt slighted by the feud, I'm sorry. And to my viewers, you know, I love you, and I'm really glad that you're here. But I think it's about getting back to work. I think everything's been said, right? Everything about this has been said. I think the core issue is that we have somebody who at minimum.
Hold on, we got Silky J in the chat says he went to Tim's compound and got so drunk he couldn't appear on show. I'll have to research that.
Looks like falsely struck down videos. We made all the noise we could there. Twitter knows about it.
Falsely struck down videos. Let's roll that back. What did he say about
Minimum looks like falsely struck down videos. We made all the noise we could there. Twitter knows about it. You know, I don't know what else we can do. You know, going forward, you know, even to wrap up, this will be, you know, unless something major happens, I guess. I reserve the right to go back on making an Eliza video, but you know, I think I'm done talking about her now, too. I feel like my point's been made, right? The timeline's out there.
Yeah, that Tim Pool cucked on the Eliza Blue situation.
There are more questions than answers in terms of, you know, who she is, what she's done, what her actual history looks like. But I'll even say this. I have no idea.
What do you mean? We're 5 minutes in. He said like maybe 3 real sentences.
What doing good work, good work she's doing. But if anything comes out of this, I hope that she does do some good work and help people that need it.
So he's just cucking on the whole thing. He's like, oh yeah, Eliza Blue, she should be able to do whatever she wants. You know, just Tim Pool, can I be back in your good graces?
Not seen any real
simply
examples,
of it all.
But maybe all that kind of stuff happens in the shadows. I don't know, and quite frankly, I don't care anymore. I think that everyone knows who she is now. You know, a lot of people caught a lot of strays. And I just don't, you know, like, Tim and I don't have to be friends, but we should be colleagues, and we should be, we should work hard to kind of fight against all
Please,
of this.
Tim Pool.
And, for example,
please don't do it.
Brittany Venti, all this stuff.
Oh, no, not the Brittany Venti. We got Scriptures with a 2 says, what's with the Dim Pool nickname? How did I miss it? He's just a dumbass.
She needs to be unlocked. I think at this point, she's made her point too. I don't think anyone could hold it against her now.
His hidden talent, I'll just let it play here. His hidden talent really was just talking endlessly in circles to get to the second or third ad read. He could just make content and pump it out. And we're going to get to that vlog video. That's going to be the main event tonight, guys, is going over his vlog, where he says some insane shit about being a content creator. We're going to get to that. What is good about Jeremy's videos is you could just talk over them because nothing's going on.
Certainly.
Let's bring the volume back up.
However, there is actual learnings, right? We learned how the system inside of Twitter can be manipulated by bad actors and how effective it can be.
Yeah.
We further learned that YouTube also still has these systems that are being used and abused. And hopefully we can bring that to Team YouTube, or we can bring that to Twitter. What's a real way we can fix these strikes?
You can't do shit. That's the only reason why Twitter the only way that you could fix it is just turn it the fuck off or boycott it. Or Elon Musk buys it and he changes all the policies from the top down. That's the only thing you can do.
So these things, the stuff on Twitter, is we can demand that Twitter asks more questions before they take photos down, right? You should
just demand they take more questions. Yeah, you're gonna send certified mail on that one.
Able to prove that it is a non-consensual thing. You shouldn't just have that level of power over someone's account.
We got Quiet Actwell here in the kick chat. Says Tim was an Eliza Blue sweeper, and this is Jared saying it was okay. Yeah, because he wants to suck up to Tim, absolutely. And it was bad what Tim Pool did when he swept for her. We got Kaiser with a 2 says quartering is a personification of the ick. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, even if you're a guy, you get the ick from this guy because he could just pine after you and obsess over you. We get Ty with a 5 Canadian says, I still can't get over him saying he'd give anything to impregnate Brittany. How is this man got married and is still married is a mystery? It's absolutely a mystery. I mean, any married man who would say something like that, their wife could just kill them and then it would go to a jury. And if that jury had women or men on it, they'd be like, yeah, I mean, he was fucking asking for it.
Also, you have, we learned that
he's filibustering. Yeah.
Maybe
he's filibustering.
Some of the people that we look up to don't
Tim?
think the same way we do.
Yeah. You want to suck
I
Tim
definitely
off.
don't, the whole PR stuff, all that's wild. But look at what actually came out of it, right? We learned
we got Aries Athena with a 2 says willing to apologize to Tim, but not the casino. Well, because in Jeremy's mind, he's bigger than the casino, whereas Tim is bigger than him. So everything is about clout chasing with his clown.
I will I will try to be better at not being so emotional.
Do you believe him? Does anybody in chat believe him? He's gonna be less emotional, guys.
I'm an emotional guy. What makes me good also makes me bad.
So you're just, and I hate to say this. Isn't this just very female coded? I know that's almost insulting to women. It is insulting to women. I would draw that comment, but he's super emotional, guys. What? How about you? Aren't you on the SSRIs for a reason?
Ultimately, I'm not saying that you should never call somebody out, because I stand by saying, well, geez, Tim probably should have said something.
No, you don't. You're apologizing to Tim and sweeping it up. This video where he just says nothing for 10 minutes, it really solidifies or just exemplifies his weird weasel cuck behavior and mentality.
But where I think I certainly overreacted and I was wrong in really getting personal. The personal digs, it is what it is. And, again, for my part in it, I do apologize
Sweep it up,
to Tim,
Jan.
And certainly anybody on his team that caught strays. I see Ian's getting some strays today.
Because Ian's the court jester for Tim. He's supposed to be getting the strays. He's supposed to be getting the hits. He's there so that Tim can feel intellectually superior to the fool. And the fool is there to entertain the king.
Sandra, I know there's some stuff going on there between her and other content creators, but in terms of her interactions with me, she's been fine. I think it is better to kind of just move forward. There's no value.
Yeah, so he's looping, guys. We don't have to watch the whole thing. All right, so let's get to the next one. I know there's one more left here, and this is Tim Pool attacks the quartering. All right, so this is from March 29. Let me get my dates. Did I put these out of order? No. So this is a month later. Tim Pool is attacking him, and you can see Jeremy Hambley's put on his finest tablecloth for us. He's going to talk about how he feels about Tim Pool. This one's mercifully short at 6 minutes, okay? And I did not... Look, okay, so look right off the bat here. Look at this. This is how he sees the coffee companies. As they're both on signs at like a shitty strip mall. We got $2 says Jared's a hybrid of Jarbo and Ralph. I don't know. I mean, he hasn't done anything as bad as Ralph, I don't think. But Jarbo, yes. He's more like a combination of like Jarbo and DSP. That's my opinion on that. So this is how he sees him and Tim. Like, we're on the same level. This is kind of cringe, right?
That's right. The coffee wars have begun. That's right. Tim Pool directly trying to go after my livelihood. As everyone knows, I was in fact the very first person ever to sell coffee on their YouTube channel. Nobody has ever done it before me, and nobody should be able to do it after me. I kid. I support. A lot of people ask me, you know, what do you think about Tim's coffee company? I wish him all of the best. In fact,
do you believe him? Does anybody believe him, guys? He wishes him all the best. He's gonna say, "I wish him $1 million."
I've got a great,
because that's what he told me. He said, I wish Luther Morgan all the best, or I wish these guys who put me in the thumbnails all the best." He's so drunk. Yeah, he's blasted out right now.
To extend an olive branch here, I think that's gonna work out. You know, look, the coffee game is
up the speed a little bit here.
Is for everybody, and I view Tim selling coffee as another great way for people to not buy their coffee from Dunkin' Donuts or Starbucks or any of these other corporations. Although
Seething
Dunkin'
about
Donuts,
it.
I'm not sure they're overtly political, but let's just say Starbucks, for example. So I 100% support it. I'm so supportive of it that I think you should buy some of Tim Pool's coffee. In fact,
he's a simp. He's simping for the dim fool yet again. He's turning his video, not only is it a coffee brand coffee ad, it is a fucking Tim Pool coffee ad.
What I would like to do is offer you a totally non-emotional promo
Tim Bull? Yeah, he's the bull. He's the coffee. The real coffee bull is actually Tim Pool.
code on my website. I would love for you to try a bag of my coffee and then try a bag of Tim's Cast Brew coffee. Convenient.
Seething. He's drunk and he's seething, guys. Absolutely. Listen how coherent he is. Yeah, he's actually somewhat coherent, although we have upped the speed a little bit, so it's like normal talking speed.
Also CBC as a name, but I digress.
So he's bitter and he's seething that he copied CBC. Now, this was funny because everyone thinks, it's so funny seeing this now, because everyone thinks that Quartering copied from Tim Pool, when it was in fact Tim Pool who copied from Quartering.
You know, I think I'm happy for him. I think, you know, this coffee venture for him is good. He has some good prices.
He's cheaper than you. He's still cheaper than you, by the way. I just put out that video, America's Least Wanted Coffee. Tim Pool is $4 cheaper than Quartering.
You know, I believe, you know, I don't...
Kiwi Pasta with a rage quit for 500 kicks says, has he ever been sober since high school? No.
Can't see any reviews.
This is a real short answer for you. No.
Here, but it just launched.
I appreciate the kick
I'd be interested to see some of his reviews.
So he's throwing shade like, well, we'll see if he gets any reviews, if you know what I mean.
What I can say is my coffee is roasted fresh on demand. It is sourced individually.
Bullshit. It has no roast by date on it, and it didn't even have a best buy date until last week. This clown.
For each blend, roasted in small batches. And I don't think you will find a fresher blend out there. So in fact, I will put my money where my mouth is right now. I think you should try Tim's coffee, especially if you're a coffee head. There's some way...
He's just doing a free ad for Tim Pool.
Maybe you'll like his Colombian blend against my Colombian blend. Maybe. And I'm so confident, though, that you'll like mine better, that I will give you a full refund if you don't like it. And
He'll give you a full refund if you don't like it, but then everyone who tried to get refunds, they couldn't get a refund.
A totally non-salty promo code. Tim Smells will be down in the description below.
Tim Smells. He's not bitter. He's not seething at all. Now, let's check the video description, guys. Be sure to dislike the video here. It says, yeah, it's Tim Pool versus TheQuartering. You should try it. Use code TimSmells. What a petty little bitch,
I'll give you 10% off if you try any of my blends. Now, to make it fair, it seems like he has basically a French roast, a Colombian, which would be like a match to my 003, and this Appalachian Nights is a dark blend. That'd be like my 004. So none of these are flavored. So to be, to keep it 1-to-1, try one of my coffees. Try one of Tim's. Promo code TimSmells in the description below will give you 10% off. And
this is a month after he just apologized to Tim Pool for getting too personal. Okay? What a clown show apology that was. We got another 500. Kick says, Don didn't get his refund for his website membership. Yeah, I know. He doesn't refund anything. It's all about money, and he wants to keep it for himself.
If you don't like my coffee better, I'll refund your money. And if you review both coffees, which I hope you do.
Get a beg for reviews.
Whether or not you like mine better or his better, I'm happy to boost your video. If you email it to me, I'll
So this is again with the parasocial dent angle.
I'll tweet it out. Even if Tim's beats me out, I'm pretty confident in my product. But I think that
it's not your product. It's Mill Creek. Whatever.
Creating these tent poles to support their business is way better. The more people do this, the better. The more other YouTubers get into their own products and their own offers, makes people less reliant on AdWords. So
AdWords? I think he meant advertisers. So he's drunk again.
No hard feelings to Tim. In fact, in the spirit of competition, I would absolutely ask people to give his product a try, but only if you also try mine. And I'm so confident in my blend and my product that I think
Energy,
coffee will earn your business. And I think that, the way we do things, each individual bean I'm picking from merchants, not like I'm not handpicking it, but I'm handpicking the selection.
So we get more lies about the coffee company. So let's listen to his lies about it.
All of my beans, different origins, roaster. We have our own roasters. We handle everything from soup to nuts, right down to the degrees it's roasted at, how long it's roasted at.
So this is bullshit on all 4 of these counts. Let's just bring it back a little bit and we can count up the bullshit.
Roasted at, how long it's roasted at.
Bull.
How finely we ground it. It's a medium coarse grind on our ground. The flavor levels. I personally pick on every single one. I tirelessly test all of my flavored coffee.
This is like saying, all right, we got to have $5 here. Says, my wife has a severe allergy. CBC Mother's Day coffee 2 years ago. Should I ask for a refund? But we're okay to take our case on contingency? Well, yeah, sure. Why the hell not? Get Ricada on it. He's got to get his law license back. But yeah, sure. Why the hell not ask for a refund?
Probably
I appreciate
done
the $5.
200 taste tests this year to get the flavoring just right on our flavored coffees. I don't know if
he's the big coffee kingpin. He said, "Yeah, that tastes good," and then the roaster put it in the bag for him.
Competition does all that. I don't know if my competition
seething, just seething.
Is picking out the difference between their green beans and making sure that they're in the coffee markets they're buying.
So this guy is he's so goddamn smug. This is why it's so difficult to have a little bit of sympathy for this clown. Is he's basically insulting Tim Pool, saying Tim Pool doesn't know anything about coffee, but big brain quartering, he knows about coffee. He's picked the blends. He knows where the beans come from.
I don't know. But I'm so confident in my product that I will give you a 10% off promo code and ask you to just try mine. And I think you should try his.
What's hilarious is,
if you don't like
hilarious, even with 10% off, his is still $2 more expensive than Tim Pool's coffee.
Fine. I'll give you your money back. How's that sound? Welcome to the coffee game, Tim. Use the description.
Welcome to the coffee game, Tim. Like, he really thinks he's gonna own him. Like, he thinks they're neck and neck. And we got Fair and Balanced with a 5 says, tell me when he changes his tampon. His flow is heavier than mine. Couldn't be happier not trying to steal the family bean recipe, Lex Luthor. I appreciate it. Thank you for the 5. Yeah, I know. He's just bitterly seething at Tim. And he thinks, oh, I'm so much better than Tim. I know about coffee. He doesn't. And, I'm totally going to own him in sales. My coffee's so much better.
By the way, if you leave a review, I'll tweet it out. if you do a video review or a podcast review, I'll tweet it out.
He's desperate for reviews. Even back then, he was desperate for reviews.
Share it out.
Shilling it
Promote
shamelessly.
you. May the best coffee win.
Oops, sorry about that. Yeah, anyway, so that was these are from the old Disney vault here with the quartering. So let's get into okay, so this is a warm up to the thought video. Now this is from PWR World. So for people who don't know who PWR is, he's a guy who was a DSP detractor, and then he started making content of his own, and we're going to listen to him very, very briefly. This is a couple days old. Be sure to like the video. Okay, this is him serenading Melanie Mack. And we're going to compare the simpery of this to the simpery of Jeremy Hambley, all right?
Hi, everyone. Welcome back to my Bible reading channel.
Girl, you sent me
I'm sorry, I can't get through it.
on my evil ways. Girl, you told me to read my Bible every day. Ooh. And now I'm fighting with this pain, Melanie, baby. 'Cause I
DSP
don't
Den. DSP Den? I meant DSP, I'm sorry.
that you the girl that I thought you were. You be wearing those low-cut tops, showing off what you got. But girl, you gonna be in trouble because you mess with a real gangster now. Melanie, you're not the woman that I thought you'd be. Grifting off the Bible, girl, can't you see it's low-key? When I creep into that bedroom, when the husband in the other room, talking to other man.
Okay, we don't have to listen to the whole thing. I don't know. Do you guys want to listen to the whole thing? Go in the chat. In the chat. Do you want to listen to more of this? Should we get into like the vlog and shit? Or yeah, with a 10. CBC's quality control's terrible. I know, right? All right. This slaps. We got this slaps. Okay. People want to continue. Voice of a generation. He is a voice of a generation. And thank you for the 1,000 kicks. This dented retard simp so hard they'll never understand. I know. Legendary? Okay. It's only 3 minutes. All right, we'll let it roll.
Into your eyes, and I know
I'm sorry. What a pause.
the real sweet street gangster that you desire. But you're never gonna get it when you're running around with these bisexual, tri-racial gangsters going on like me. Melanie, oh Melanie. You showed me the way when you taught me how to read that Bible every day. But there's just one thing I can't get off my mind. Girl, are you creeping behind that luxurious smile? Oh, Melanie, you taught me how to read my Bible every day. King James, Leviticus, Genesis 2. Look at that look in your eyes, girl, when I
Just these crazy eyes. Just crazy eyes.
Like to go to the club, like to shake that booty. She wants the money. She ain't interested in the King James word. Oh, Melanie, how did it get so bad? I was about to introduce her to my sweet family. My mama every day reading that King James thing. But how could I introduce a girl into my
this I'm starting to get it now. Oh, he's getting up there. The falsetto.
And now I'm tossing and turning, thinking all these things. Were you really the girl that I thought that I needed in my life? No.
He's not that. Give this man a Grammy, I know, man. Anyway, that's little PWR for you. Checking in. I was surprised. It's pretty. I liked it. All right, so this is from Quartering Live now. So let's juxtapose that with this. Now this is from the live stream. It's a couple days ago. It says thoughts must be stopped, and he's doing this segment with Melanie Mack. Obviously, no self-awareness here. So let's get some laughs out of this clip. All right, guys. We'll skip around if we have to.
You know, you're obviously you know what's up with the Instagram. So there is a trend now of OF girls who basically read like bog standard base takes.
Yeah.
He's just upset that he's not a woman that's able to make money off of simps. That he was born a 6'5" Midwestern land whale in a flannel shirt wearing a tablecloth. That he has to put in effort. We got Dylan with a 10 says, "What are the odds this is the next intro song for Jared?" Should be. And we got Angry Bumblebees for 8. Thank you very much. Coffee Brand Coffee, bitter, pitting, and seething. Now with an extra serving of coping. Yeah, absolutely.
And are just using it.
I don't know. Maybe I should ask PWR. Maybe we should put that song in the rotation on the channel. What do you think, guys?
To funnel people to their OF accounts.
Oh.
It is sad, but it's working.
Where has this guy been? Remember, like, the hot tub stream meta on Twitch? That was like 10 years ago. I also love how he just zoomed in on this woman's chest as well. You know, he likes it with 2 scoops. That's what he said. Oh, I'm sorry about that. I am sorry about that.
I don't know if you saw this video going around, but we have.
I've seen pictures of this girl with her
You can
legs
see her
all
whole junk.
open
Yeah,
and-
yeah.
Oh.
Every video she shoots is like this, where you can
Yeah,
see full toe.
I get laughing too much and I misclick.
Wow.
And like, she clearly knows the Instagram rules.
Yep.
So like, the Instagram rules will allow this because they don't want to body shame or something like that.
Right.
She, you know,
It's because Instagram is full of like these attractive model type women who monetize their audiences. Like, this is tame by Instagram standards, Jeremy, and you know that.
Lauren Whisker, it's 5 years ago, we had a brilliant conservative female thought leaders like Michelle Malkin blowing the lid open on mass migration and pissing off CPAC donors so badly she was never invited back. Now, conservative female talking heads are just a bunch of shallow, disgusting skanks spewing low IQ takes about Muslims. Now, I will say hashtag not all.
What's amazing is that he does this segment about airheads who don't know anything about conservative politics with Melanie Mack. No self-awareness with this clown.
But this feels like an op. I mean,
can we please stop addressing Ilhan Omar as a congresswoman? I mean, she's literally a fraud. This is a person who came to the USA to corrupt its people and resources. She went from negative $65,000 net worth to over $30 million and denies it. She denies it and she blames it on an accounting error. That's not all. Then there's the winery with.
Don't you want to vote Republican now, Melanie?
Oh, wow.
Look at him. He's zooted up, isn't he? Let's roll that back a couple seconds.
Melanie.
Look at him. Wow. He was biting his lip in that clip. I'm sorry to keep bringing it back, but look
and
at
she
this.
blames it on an accounting error. That's not all. Then there's the winery with.
Don't you want to vote Republican now, Melanie?
Oh, wow. Well, this is
Wow,
just, I mean, it's a testament to
nice.
what we've seen this from other people as well, because
Well,
when
there was
it
a whole
became,
calendar controversy too. Remember when they like, well, they're mega girls in bikinis, and I'm like,
I know.
Just the other week, this guy was saying that women in sports shouldn't have to have like camera angles that are maybe a little bit sexualizing, and he was saying that was a bad thing. Now he's saying this is just a bridge too far.
Exactly. Like that's not a conservative thing to have. A bikini calendar is not conservative. And then the pushback is like, well, what about so-and-so's going to, if you wear a bikini at the beach? Like, nobody's saying you can't wear a swimsuit at the beach, but having a bikini calendar that married men are buying.
Oh, like Jeremy?
Is not a conservative or Christian thing to do. Like, let's be for real. But what we've seen though,
Even though Melanie has put out pictures of herself in, maybe a more revealing attire, I'll just say that.
is there has been a more conservative grift as people got sick and tired of all the woke stuff. And we were speaking out when it was not safe to do so. We were speaking out when we were losing followers, or we were risking getting banned off of platforms, or
We're the real OGs. These guys are all latecomers, says the latecomers.
And
yeah, and it says with here in the chat, I wonder how many OF subscriptions Quartering has. Yeah, exactly.
and a lot of people lost their jobs and all of that. Well, because we had to push back really hard against all of that.
There was an actual price to pay.
Yeah, there was a price
for a
to
lot of
pay
years.
back then. And so we pushed back hard, and we had to deal with
Sorry, I
getting
gotta turn
banned.
the sound down when Melanie's talking.
On things. We had to deal with losing friends. Well, then more people.
No, you were losing friends because you were sweeping for fuckers like Jeremy, you stupid bitch. Like, what are you talking about? And you and your whole controversy. Like, if you want to say the F slur, go ahead, do it. It's the internet. Be edgy. But don't be surprised when people are like, I don't know what you're talking about. You also were like the head of Goonergate, where you were for years, like the lady was like, yeah, we need hot women in games. I like to dress up like Lara Croft. And then you were telling people that we should have a Christian theology ruining other people's video games. Like, there really are two peas in a pod, aren't they, guys?
Started fighting back, and because our takes were what people were scared to say, and then they felt more emboldened once we, like started speaking out.
Well,
then
once the coast was clear, then they came
yeah,
out.
then the coast was clear, and then
Whoa,
other
her
people
voice is
were
terrible.
like, wait,
I gotta manually adjust the volume here, guys. I'm sorry.
I want to talk about woke video games now, because it's just, because it was a
Yeah, because if you guys aren't counterculture and cool anymore, then the grift is over, right?
became profitable. And so now this is just another thing of that, where it's just like, oh, okay.
Yeah, you're what a brave
now
stance you
these
took.
look at the market when it
Hey,
comes
I
to
turned
these
down the
celeb
volume.
girls,
I'm
almost
trying,
all of
okay?
them are woke and retarded.
Of course.
So
By the way,
it's
this
like,
girl's Persian, by the way, too. Not to
okay.
be like, I know she's from America, but she's like, oh, these immigrants and blah blah blah. I'm like, like I'm not disparaging hashtag all, hashtag not all, but
Oh, yeah, we wouldn't want to disparage anybody. Like, just say it, Jeremy.
her Instagram is just a gateway. This is a really like emotional or not emotional, but an important issue to me because
Oh, he's gonna get emotional, guys. He's a real emotional guy.
my first time getting canceled was when I called out this predatory behavior in the Magic the Gathering community.
Right.
There was a cosplayer who I won't name because I don't want to send any more hate.
You can't, God forbid he name a name. He's such a coward. He can't name a name of a cosplayer from Beef that was like 10 years ago.
Their way.
But, he wants to scare us with these lawsuits.
I called it. I was never more right. This girl, of course, now has an OnlyFans. And years ago, I said, these girls are just coming in here pretending to like our hobby so they can get, divide money from lonely men.
Yep.
It's the same.
That's you. Like, this is like the same like incel energy you get sometimes. It's like guys who don't want to have anything to do with women, but they're reliant on Gooner material. So like they're stuck in this catch-22.
We've seen this recipe before in video games. Guys, I like video games too. And then they have like the booby angle on their camera.
Yep.
And then like some of them finally like Amaranth, who I actually respect.
I actually respect Amaranth, guys.
Because at least she stopped pretending to be, you know what I mean? Like,
right.
She was just grifting people for years, but, she stopped and gave up the ghost.
Yeah, at least was like, I'm going to do a hot tub stream. And people are like, what is this? I'm like, well, what are we doing anyways? What are we doing? We have like porn stars playing video games that are superimposed on their feet. And like,
how do you know that, Jeremy? You're going to tell us about your wiki feet? You're going to rate her feet now, you sick bastard?
It's like, what? At least she was like, look, I'm just going to
respect the hustle. Yeah, all he cares about is the money. So if you're a stupid bitch whore, according to Jeremy, and you make money, he's cool with it, especially if he can get clout. If you're just like some person that's competition for him, and that's money that's taking away from him, then he has a problem with it.
All right, like this is how I'm going to do it. It is so predatory, and I feel so bad for the young men in the space because they have almost no chance. These same women that were doing this stuff, right? Sorry, on a mini rant.
Yeah.
These same
I'm on a mini rant, then just totally loses his train of thought.
People were telling men that they were toxic 5 years ago.
Yep.
The same, if you think about how demonic this is.
What the fuck is he talking about? We got Potentially Criminal with 5 said, if Jared could get this chick to eat sushi at Amfest, he'd fire Melanie Mack so effing fast. Keep up the good work. Well, I appreciate it. Thank you very much. And yeah, you're absolutely correct. Jeremy doesn't give a fuck. Like, he doesn't have any real values or ethics or morals. It's just about money, clout, parasocial dent relationships, and he's just bitter and seething that, he missed it. He couldn't be the Clavicular nowadays. And he's fat and he's Midwestern. Doesn't stand a chance with this woman. And he wanted, like, there's tons of stories. Like, we got the story from Lauren Southern. We got the story from, like, Lauren Chen, where Lauren Chen locked Jeremy out of her hotel room or something because he was chasing her around like Harvey Weinstein or some shit. And we got Jimmy Gowney with 5. Thank you so much. Why are all these losers self-snitching? Mel pushes her mosquito bites out of, like, 5 simps and Jared's trying to get a piece of it. I don't know. They have zero self-awareness. That's why they keep outing themselves.
These same women who are now selling their bobs and vagine to lonely men created the epidemic.
He's the lonely man. That's why he's bitter and seething about it.
By ostracizing men and calling them toxic, and if a man asks a girl,
what the hell is he talking? Like, he's confusing two groups. He's confusing like Puritan feminists with thoughts. Like, thoughts will tell you whatever you want to get the money. Like, they're not these Puritan figures. So he's like confusing two groups in his heads. That's why his like argument doesn't make any sense.
Out on a date, she would record a video and call him a creep.
Harvey Jerstein. I appreciate that, Harvey Jerstein.
They literally created the market for this by
what? Like, Jeremy, you just walk into this life 2 minutes ago. Like, there's a reason why they call prostitution the world's oldest profession. Okay, this has been going on since the dawn of time.
Infiltrating, gaming, 90 spaces that were 99% men.
Okay,
they infiltrated it, pretended they liked their stuff.
I got with a packet up says Bob's of Vagine. He's so Indian coded. Yeah, I know.
And then just
thank you for the
exploited
1,000 kicks.
All of them, and it's so sad because it worked so well. Like,
he's been exploited. He feels like he's been exploited, so he's bitter and seething.
Stopping it.
Well, sadly, with the conservative space,
we got to turn Mel down.
Some AI accounts that just have these AI thoughts, and they do the same thing. And then
he's upset about AI because AI is taking his job because AI could read the slop news better than him.
Bunch of like boomer conservatives.
I know.
This is his audience on Rumble, is the boomer conservatives who will put up with his tech issues and bullshit.
Yes, I know.
And
there was that article about that.
That's what's the worst. And so honestly, this is why it's so important that for those of us who are pushing conservative values, that we also need to be pushing that, hey, lusting after other women and instead of like just focusing on your wife, like that's sinful. So
yeah, Jeremy, you hear that? You shouldn't lust after other women. You should only be with your wife. You pig.
Oh, you shouldn't.
You listening now?
It should.
Your idol Melanie Mack. This is a decree from Melanie Mack now.
Should go without saying that subscribing to a girl's OF is not a conservative or Christian thing to do.
Yeah, I've seen some conservatives justifying this with statements that are like, hey, well, sex sells, and as long as it's defeating communism. I'm like, dude, nobody that's jerking off to this chick's OnlyFans is switching from voting Democrat to Republican.
Exactly.
How do you know that?
All they're doing is corrupting the conservatives. That's all that this does, is it's corrupting an existing.
So are you gonna like police your own? I guess this is the segment where we're gonna police our own, but it's like a gooner addict to the nth degree, and then you have like this woman who basically has the exact same stick, where she just is in a low cut top reading the Bible. I mean, this is like zero self-awareness.
Conservative base, and when you add degeneracy, it's just everything is gonna crash down. Look
sorry, I gotta lower that.
In the U.S., when all of the queer and gay stuff started getting accepted, things got insane. Well, all of that starts.
Yeah, America went downhill when the gays were accepted. Tell us some more, Melanie.
Pornography and lust. And so it's like, just because
is he checking his pulse because he's like getting stressed out because like Melanie's directing this at him?
Doesn't make it okay, and it doesn't make it any better than the gay stuff. It is still fueled by lust, and deliberately. Here we have this isn't just a case of.
He looks so worried, doesn't he? He looks like he's been caught. You know what I mean?
A girl who's pretty and is trying to she knows what she's doing. She's doing this on purpose. I mean, it's blatantly obvious.
Yeah.
So
it's not like she just happens to be pretty.
Yeah.
And she
Well, maybe you guys should examine like, why does this grift work? Like, how is this successful? Why do people fall for this? Are we gonna get any like commentary on that? I doubt it.
About based things. She just uses some AI generator.
The self-awareness on this guy. This guy reads grok slop, okay, and then he pretends he's a conservative, and then he's upset that this woman does it. He's just seething that she does it better than him, and that she's making more money than him.
AI generator, and it's like, tell me what everyone's saying on Twitter about Ilhan Omar, and also look at my vagina.
Exactly.
Like,
this is blatantly obvious what's going on here, and so Yeah, it's this. will do
Yeah,
nothing but
it's not
corrupt the right for
nice.
people for
Jeremy, it's
entertaining.
not nice.
Yeah, the reason it has to get called out, and unfortunately, I can literally hear some of you in chat typing in her OF account right now, but I
What?
just think that like you have
So he's just insulting his own viewers that they're all just gooners.
to see the grift that this is and know that like she's on podcasts. Like I wouldn't, I checked out her Instagram for research purposes.
Anybody believe that bullshit? I had to check out her OF for research purposes, of course. In my incognito browser, of course. What a clown.
And she had all these videos that were like, I would never date a liberal guy. I don't want him to raise. I don't want to raise like the Melanie word. And I'm like, she doesn't believe that.
No.
She's gonna date some lib.
So he's upset that she's doing the F slur fucking bullshit to grift conservatives. And then that was literally what Melanie Mack did for attention. And then we have her felted face right here. It's like, this is like two people calling each other out. Like, I feel like we're in a couples therapy session where it's like Melanie is attacking Jeremy for being a lustful gooner. And then Jeremy is attacking Melanie for like gimmicks.
Cuck and because no conservative would be okay with a girl who's selling their body on the internet.
Exactly. Yeah.
Except for you, Jeremy, because you're a simp for Melanie Mack.
So
This is the next level of what you called out at the RNC, and you got a lot of heat for that.
I
Remember
did.
that?
Yep. And it's just like these people, they think that you're stupid. The people that they're marketing to, they think
Zero self-awareness on the guys. On these guys, like, well, the people who sell this bullshit grift think you're stupid. It's like, that's you and Jeremy, you retard.
you're stupid. They think that you're just gonna fall for that, and that you're just that they can manipulate you into giving them money for their OF accounts and stuff. And it's absurd.
Yeah, and I think like, by the way, Dr. Pump, you're not muted. I can see you, but now you should be muted. Anyway.
Anyway, sniff right in the microphone. And thank you so much for everyone joining us on Luther Morgan stream here tonight. We got over 100 on Kick. That's awesome to see. That's awesome. Nice. And we got over 1,300 on YouTube. So if you like the stream, please subscribe and like it. Thank you so much for being here tonight. And the main event is yet to come because we're going to get to that vlog here once we wrap this shit up. So thank you so much.
The weird thing is, like, remember you talked about Ruby Rose.
Yep.
Right? Like, and it's
yeah, she went on there. She had that speech, and then right afterwards, her
like this shit is from years ago too. Like we got Unk and an auntie over here just reminiscing about old bullshit.
her OF account said she was active on it. Like so, she went there. She made her.
Luke is leagues above these grifting clowns. Yeah, at least Luke is like a real guy who's actually risked real shit. He's actually gone out, done real places.
It's like the conservatives are so desperate to be cool.
Yeah.
That they just like, oh,
Jeremy,
we got
that's
Ruby
you.
Rose. Like, who cares? Like, do you think any of her followers are going to suddenly vote conservative now? I feel less that way about Nicki Minaj for whatever reason. I actually feel like Nicki's kind of.
She's making changes.
Boomer alert.
She's not doing the OF thing. She's cleaned up a lot. She's sharing Christian values. I think.
Oh yeah, once I've made all my money and you know I can retire, then I can pull up the ladder and then I could just do a fake Christian LARP like these guys.
I think she reversed her BBL.
Oh no.
Yeah.
We got Dino3YT says for a 5, thank you so much. If he stops paying her, it's a solo show. I don't know if he even pays her now. Wait, hold on. Let's catch that again.
I think she reversed her BBL.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no, Jeremy says.
That's too far.
No, I support it. I think the BBL thing looks ridiculous.
In like 25 years, all those things are going to start exploding, just like the early breast implants did.
Yeah.
You're going to start to see
How does he know this?
all those and the crazy thing is like it's like conservatives can like are always like, oh, we got this guy, and then they just turn on us anyway. It's like the second they get any pushback, remember all those people that were gonna.
The second they get any pushback, they turn on us. Says the biggest coward in the whole world that runs from every single debate. Like this is just a masterclass in projection, isn't it?
Perform in America's 250th, and then they're like, yeah, F Trump. It's like, tell them to get bent. Like, all respect to Kid Rock, but I mean,
Yeah, that's like the one celebrity the
not a
conservatives
conservative
have.
hero. He has
What?
lived a life of degeneracy.
The self-awareness on these guys. The self-awareness on this person lived a life of degeneracy, so he's not a real conservative. Jeremy, wake up. Earth to Jeremy. Let's hear that again, shall we?
He is not a conservative hero.
Absolute
he
projection.
has lived a life of degeneracy. And I'm not saying you can't like his music, but we keep trotting these people out. And then you get this. You get this girl where it's like, oh, duh, I can just say Muslim's bad and then make lots
That's what you do. Muslim's bad. The culture, again, at a convenience store killed somebody. Yeah, it's America, Jeremy. Wake the fuck up.
money. And she is making lots of money.
That's really what he cares about. She's making money and he's not. Now, guys, you ask for the Black Fatigue segment. Now, where's the support?
The thing, at least with Nikki.
It's so DSP coded.
I think she got red pilled by Trump helping. She's from like Trinidad or something like that.
Right,
And then he
and so
helped like some foreign conflict or something
The
like
stuff
that.
that's going on with Nigeria right now, like
Nigeria, yeah.
she's very, she's very.
The stuff going on in Nigeria, you're talking about Christian persecution going on in northern parts of Nigeria. Yeah, that's kind of a big fucking deal.
To trying to get them help and stuff. So, but I think honestly, it's just she's been having her come to Jesus moment, and we're seeing change.
And we got Tony Pepperoni with a 5. Thank you so much. Says Jer doesn't even realize that if Mel got with him, she'd hate his hedonistic lifestyle. I don't really think she gives it. I think it's just a grift. He's in love with the fantasy of having her, not the person. I didn't really know what his problem is, but probably that's true. So thank you for the 5. I would probably agree with that.
I truly believe that it's real. The fruit of that looks real right now, to me. But yeah, unfortunately, we're seeing a bunch of this, and this is what happens when you have godless. So this is why politics. You're not going to get. Republicans aren't going to save America if they don't have God. Like that.
Right. Donald Trump is such a godly man.
No political side can save our country without God. So that's
you know what's funny about that? That was this week's sermon at church. Our pastor was talking about.
So I guess Jeremy was actually paying attention to church for a change.
Like, he basically said like the core of it ended basically with like that he does.
He can't. Okay, so this is just a lie that Jeremy's making up on the spot. He wasn't paying attention at mass. He can't remember anything.
Doesn't get worked up about politics, that he votes and that people should vote.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, Republicans or Democrats won't save this country. He literally said that.
I agree.
He said, Jesus Christ will save this country. And so if my guy loses, I don't care because I'm not looking for him to save me.
Yeah.
You know, I want, only Jesus can save.
That's true.
And I was like, what?
Well, I don't know if it's talking about America, but as far as like your soul, yes.
Great. Like, good timing for that sermon.
Yeah.
Yeah. So get out of your thoughts, and gooners are going to goon. We can't stop them, but what are you going to do?
Turn to Jesus and hopefully they'll be delivered from all that, because all of that, like gooning for this and entertaining.
I'm sorry, I got to turn the volume down.
People in the comments
He's talking again.
Gay and that's not gay, that's straight. No, it will lead you to gay stuff. That's what gay
Is that what you tell yourself at night, Melanie? Is that why your husband left you?
It's rooted in lust. Like, so if you entertain lust and you're gooning and watching porn and lusting after, then
watching porn makes you gay? Is that Melanie's take? Even if it's women? Whatever. We got Wendy's Brian for 2 says, fake Christians like this will create atheists. Yeah, like this is the hypocrisy that gives a lot of the material to that.
You're going to become insatiable and you're going to be a slave to that sin, and it's going to get
I've got to turn it down.
It's going to only get worse, and that's why it turns gay and trans and even pedophilia.
Love this in the chat. Melanie is what turns people gay. Yeah, can you imagine having to come home from work and having to listen to that every single day? We got Shade with a 2 says Daniel Larson for president. Jared can be vice. Thank you for the 2.
Yes.
So yeah, just get married and do things the way that God says to do them. Like, get saved.
Oh, look at the 1,000-yard Jer as soon as she brings that up.
Let Jesus Christ clean you up and do things the right way, because if you entertain lust,
he just zoned out, isn't he?
You're gonna become a degenerate.
What's going on with Jer right now?
Something that you would have never thought you would have become.
Ooh, the Brewers might get Scooble.
she's going on her whole big spiel, her stand, her filibuster moment. I have the microphone. I'm inspiring men to take their holy vow matrimony seriously, and Jeremy's just zoned the fuck out looking at the baseball news.
I don't know. That could be very, very cool. Yeah, you know, the thing about pornography, you know, like, I'm not as hardcore as I should be about, like, disavowing it. I try to be more like, it never leads to anything good.
He can't take a position on anything.
But there are actual studies that support what you're saying about how pornography, you end up watching like some good old fashioned, girl on girl. And then before you know,
oh my God, is this really a good time to be bringing this up? Just look at Mel's face just instantly icked. Yeah, I know, right? The forced cream pie. Exactly. Tell us, Jer. I know, right? Gooner alert. Indeed, that's what's on the other monitor. Indeed, look at Melanie's face. She's disgusted.
Know what you're watching, more and more degenerate types of pornography, and more degenerate to kind of scratch that itch. That is a known pipeline. So that's, how you end up down that road. Brian Phillips in chat says, another issue is that not reporting violence that happens in school. Community has zero clue how bad it is. That's very true. And Sergeant,
look at her face. She still can't get over that. She still can't. Yeah, I know. Yikes. Whoa, buddy, indeed. Like, the fact that he would just even frame it in those terms, like a good old-fashioned girl on girl, and then her face is just like, wow, I'm not getting paid enough money to be here.
Yeah, this is what happens when whores find out Democrats are all on welfare and Republicans make money. Yeah, that's basically true. Yeah, that's basically true.
Well, he's playing the outro music, so yeah, this is the picture that he uses, by the way, for the stream. That's quite interesting. And very interesting cell phone thoughts must be stopped. Anyway. Alright, so let's get into the main event tonight, guys. This is it. This is the main event, and it's titled My Biggest Failure. Now, he knows how to clickbait people. He really does, because you serve up, this is lobster, this is steak, surf and turf. That's, just the most sweetest of delicious treats for the A-logs. So we're going to watch this video, and you tell me what you think what his biggest failure is. There's so many competing. Like, before I even watched this video, I watched a little bit of it because I wanted to save some live reaction for tonight on the stream. I had to make sure it was worth it. I know a lot of it's boring, so we'll skip ahead if we need. But his biggest failure, I think it's going to be his marriage. But if it was business-wise, it's got to be coffee brand coffee is his biggest failure. So we'll see.
Like on the video. And if you saw me post this in a community post or on Twitter or something, make sure you subscribe or follow to the channel. I do 2 vlogs a week. Let's get into it. All right, mini section of the vlog. A lot of people ask about my setup. And quite frankly,
nobody asks about the setup. This, right out of the bat, we start off with lies. This is straight up DSP behavior where he's like, now guys, you asked for this. You wanted me to do a quartering setup review. Now where's the support?
If you're just a talking head content creator, you don't need a crazy good gaming PC or really anything like that.
So when he says talking head, I guess he's talking about himself? That's how he sees himself, is I'm just a talking head YouTuber.
Decent computer or a decent laptop and a couple of very affordable options. Yes, I use Meta PCs, and yes, you can save a little money with my promo code TheQuartering, but you don't need a $7,000 gaming rig to stream.
It's because he has a $7,000 gaming. Are we going to see your $7,000 gaming rig, you clown? And we got Rage Quit on Kick says, Phil literally did this exact video on Christmas. The resemblance is uncanny, 500 kicks. I'm not up on everything to do with DSP, but I'm not surprised because DSP is the lolcow that reminds me the most of
Unless,
Jeremy.
Of course, you're someone who only exclusively wants to stream high-end games. If you're just a talking head person, here's the things that you need to know. Audio is the most important thing.
Is it?
Yes, if the video is unwatchable,
I just laugh because his videos are unwatchable, but his audio at the very least he is auditory. So
People
we'll give him
watch,
that.
People won't suffer through it.
All right, let's speed him up a little bit, guys.
If audio is garbled or bad or echoey or, not balanced, nobody will watch it. And this is true of basically every form of media, but getting your audio right.
Yeah, I mean, it's true for radio, isn't it? Yeah, if you're... anyway, it's not true for painting or writing. I don't know what he means every form of media, whatever.
Extremely important. So there's a couple options you can use. A lot of people get like a Blue Yeti, which is...
Oh, so he stopped putting the prices on it. Now, one of the things that I thought, link in description. So let's check the description here. Does he have Amazon affiliate links? Okay, so he does. So I don't know if he's so desperate where he's putting items in the description. He's trying to get affiliate money. Is he that desperate?
They're a little tinny, in my opinion, but they're also USB, and so you don't need to buy all sorts of extra equipment. So that's one option. If you're just starting...
He looks pilled out. Yeah, he looks... got the huge bags under his eyes.
A Blue Yeti is totally fine. I'm going to link all this stuff in the description. A Blue Yeti...
Love that in the kick chat. Speaking of Yetis, this guy, yeah, he kind of does look like Sasquatch or Bigfoot.
If you want to go a little nicer, then you want to use the podcaster setup, then this is a Shure SM7B. The newer models of this actually have built-in amplifiers in them. The older models,
what you want to do is... just going through the microphones. Let's skip ahead.
Bluetooth microphones work with your cell phone. So things like the DJI, Rode, and...
He's just explaining what a cell phone microphone is.
I've used as a third brand I'm not thinking of right now. Sennheiser...
It's an edited video, Jeremy. Like, just cut and then splice in what you meant to say.
Has one, but I would just go with...
He's such a lazy bum, isn't he?
Probably the Shure or the DJI, just because their software is most integrated in cell phones. So you can build a multi-million subscriber YouTube channel with a $5, phone stand and your cell phone, but you can't skimp on the audio. I think these little lav mics with a puffball on them that you see, I have on my shirt right here. I think they're okay. They're not as good.
Why does he have that on? Is that the mic that he's using instead of this one?
As
so confusing.
Like a condenser microphone, but it's way better than cell phone audio. And make sure you test.
Well, no one's used cell phone audio since like 2012, except for maybe Styx Hexenhammer.
Like, how many buttons down should you put it? How loud is your voice? How loud is the surrounding area?
Test the equipment before you do a show. Wow, real big brain take from Jeremy here.
How loud is, all this other kind of stuff. Now, more advanced setups.
He's going to show us his real advanced setup. Huh?
DSLR with a ring light on it. That's a Godox Ring 72. That helps keep the bags under your eyes not look so bad.
Okay, he's just straight up fucking lying, isn't he? So if this is Jeremy at his best, what's he look like at his worst?
And then it just is a straight HDMI in into my computer, and it's...
So if it's supposed to reduce the bags under your eyes, why do you look like shit all the time?
Input. You don't need that. If you're a pretty girl and you want to look your prettiest, okay, fine. I mean, I could absolutely use this camera, which I think looks incredible.
He's a pretty girl, guys.
For what it is. And this is a DJI... DJI, it's a little canister one. I think Pocket 3, that's what it is. I can link that in the description too. The DJI Pocket 3 is incredible. It's sitting on a microphone. It has a gimbal, so you can move it around, and it doesn't the camera moves, but it's not shaking. Something like that would work great too. And
yeah,
7Bs have it. You're going to need something called a cloud lifter or similar. The cloud lifter is simply clean dB boost, decibel boost, and I believe it's 10 decibels. Condenser mics are incredible, and they're great for vocals and all that kind of stuff. But you've got
vocals. What is he singing now?
To talk very loud, and I talk pretty loud, and it's still quiet. Now you could always up the audio in post, but the cleanest way to do it is preamp. So you run this into a little blue box. I'll put a link to that, and then it goes into your XLR.
I fucking hate this. Yeah,
these
I know,
have
right?
XLR. These are like music cables.
All right, so let's skip ahead a little bit.
You just have to turn it on and record. If you're constantly like, I want to turn it up a little bit, turn it down a little bit, well, change those settings on your microphone. Bump the decibels on your microphone or your input.
So this is like tech support with Jeremy. Even though this guy is... this is him rebooting Be Your Own IT. Yeah, you're right. It's like, what is the target audience for this? Except for because it's not really, it doesn't go into any technical stuff. He doesn't really show off how to plug anything in. He's not showing up his setup. It doesn't make any sense. It's just like, this is the boringness. He's already run out of ideas. You know, he's already run out of ideas for the vlog. So it's like, well, let me just show off everything I have in the office, whether I use it or not.
If your shot is too dark, bump your lights, because anything you edit in post is never going to look as good as doing.
So we got Big Brain Jeremy here with the take. If it's dark, turn your lights on. No fucking shit. Like, we're getting into like DSP territory with how like Captain Obvious is
in real light. Natural light is the best. The yellow light, you don't want the white lights. Most LED lights, so I have a lot of these LED lights, which I can link to. They're cheap. They're GVM. I'll leave a link in the description to those. Very cheap, very affordable, and they can do both white light and yellow light, anything in between. The key takeaway is get it set how you want it.
Get it set how you want it. Wow.
That way, all you have to do is worry about recording, because recording's hard enough. So, you know, you could set up your own content creation factory for...
So he's straight up, I don't know if he's read the LolCow book, but we talk about that in the LolCow book, where all content creators eventually start to make the same content, because what it should be artistic and creative becomes a content assembly line to streamline production, to increase efficiency. But if you streamline efficiency, it makes it more and more boring slowly over time. Luther, he can't read. Yeah, I know. I made a mistake. I'm sorry. He has tech issues twice a stream. Absolutely. Your own slot factory. Exactly. He has a slot factory.
And you should set it up for less than $500. You should just get a USB mic, like a Blue Yeti X, and a webcam. Or you get something like this, DJI Osmo Pocket 3 with included microphone. Done. Don't go out and spend $1 million on your setup, because decent video and good audio is all you need.
I don't even have video, and I have a pretty good career. I don't know what the fuck he's talking about.
You don't need a $10,000 gaming computer. You don't need
So this is all the shit that he bought, right? This is because he's such a mark. That's what he bought. He bought the $10,000 gaming computer.
Decent video and good audio is all you need. You don't need a $10,000 gaming computer. You don't need a DSLR camera. These are niceties once you can afford the business write-off. Yes, the DSLR looks a little bit...
So everyone in chat who was saying it was a tax write-off, you were absolutely correct, all right? We got Kota with a 5 says, this moron trying to explain tech when his audio is almost always fucked and he has tech issues every other show. Ring the fucking bell. Yeah, I know. I gotta get that bell, huh?
But it's not crucial. So many people think, I'm gonna start streaming. I'm gonna start creating videos. And then they go out and they piss away $6-7 grand on a setup.
That was him, wasn't it? That was him. He was the guy that pissed away $7 or $8 grand.
When you should have spent $500 and spent $5,500 on marketing.
Okay, now here's the bullshit. This is why I had to get to this part, because he started talking about you should buy ads. This is deranged. PPP will mail you one. PPP should sell his own like specially branded triangle. But let's roll this back a little bit here, because Jared's gonna tell us his big brain take about YouTube, which is why you should buy ads. Okay. Oh my god, what the hell happened here? Did he take this video down?
These are niceties once you can afford the business write-off. Yes, the DSLR looks a little bit better, but it's not crucial. So many people think, I'm going to start streaming. I'm going to start creating videos. And then they go out and they piss away $6-7 grand on a setup.
That was him.
When you should have spent $500 and spent $5,500 on marketing, right?
Look at this face. Look, this is scary. Like, isn't this scary? Like, I'm actually afraid for my personal safety. Imagine this guy's trying to market you $5,500 worth of ads. I mean, it would be, he looks deranged. Like, this guy's coming at you in the casino parking lot asking for $100 to get home.
Promoting your videos, promoting, buying ads.
You should never buy ads. You know what? I've never bought a single ad. I'm doing just fine. Yeah, he zooted it out of his mind. We got Pimp Pastor with a 5. Thank you so much. He already did this streaming setup thing in an earlier vlog. He's looping. Yeah, well, he's already out of ideas.
You don't...
Could you imagine this? Spending $5,500 on YouTube ads and you haven't even made a YouTube video? What if you're shit? Why the fuck? Like, why would you spend ads unless you have your product 100% ready to market? Like, I go back, even me, like, I've only been doing YouTube for 4 months, maybe 5 months at the most. I go back and look at some of my more primitive videos. I would have never have blown up and got popular. I had a decent streaming setup right now. I mean, look, we got 100 plus viewers on Kick, and we got over 1,400 on YouTube. So thank you for everyone for joining us this evening on the Luther Morgan channel. I have more viewers than Jeremy. I never spent a single dime on marketing. You know what my marketing was? I made videos that were good. And then people in the live streaming space reacted to those videos. And then every single time they do a react, or I put out a video and they're a live streamer who watches it, and I think it's entertaining for people to react to my content. All right? That's a free ad. All you have to do is make good content, and people will talk about it.
Need all this fancy stuff. Or your cell phone. Like I said, your cell phone with like a DJI mic, it's all you need. So, less than $500 if you're starting out fresh. You don't even need a computer. You could edit right on your phone if you wanted to.
Okay, that's shit. You absolutely need a computer. This guy's sponsor is Meta PCs. And he's telling us that you have to you should edit on your phone, which is just disgusting. I can't imagine editing without a dual monitor. What the fuck is wrong with this man? It's because he doesn't edit. He actually legitimately does not edit.
But this is the stuff I use. I use a Corsair Streamlabs keyboard.
On the YouTube chat here, you wrote the book that was begging to be written. That helped. Good job, by the way. Yeah, that's right. I mean, I did write a book. I guess you could argue that kind of made the career, but the book really didn't. And it's funny, actually. Jeremy helped launch my career because a friend of mine got Jared to promote the book, and then that was a segment on Kino Casino. And that's really when the sales really started out. It was just a funny meme. It was like the best $50 I've ever spent.
Which
So I guess in terms of marketing, getting Jared to do that ad, that really helped.
Has my streaming shortcuts here, so I can go and change the buttons on the numeric keypad to do different things.
Like he uses this bullshit.
Whether it's play music or check my audio. But again, that's down the road. So don't dive in too deep. The number one most important thing is consistency.
Okay. He's just straight up fucking lying. It's not consistency. It's quality. It's quality, Jeremy. That's the most important thing. You have to make quality content. Without quality, there's nothing. He says consistency because that's his strategy. You have to just overload the market with bullshit. Okay? It's a $400 keyboard? Are you fucking kidding me? $400 for a keyboard? I think I'm still using like the keyboard they gave out for free at work. Like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? And consistency is the... hold on, let's take a look at that keyboard again. Oh my god, I'm getting felted by my own tech issues again. Enhanced bitrate, is that the problem? Oh, Big Jer got me.
Consistency. And I'm talking in video, audio, and your output schedule.
No, absolutely not. Mike Klum, the guy who did the... Mike Klum, who did the Boogie 2988 documentary. He made one video in his entire YouTube channel. It has like 5 or 6 million views. And it's an amazing documentary. Everyone should go watch it. And he's going to come out with a new documentary on EDP 445. That video is going to get 1 million views on its first day. You know why? Because the first video was an amazing documentary. And he said $5 Canadian. Said this in Don Fogarty's stream, but his whole life motto is work harder, not smarter, quantity over quality. Yeah, absolutely. I came to the same conclusion in the Lolcow book, was work harder, not smarter. That's actually a name of of one of, not really a chapter, but one of the subsections with Jeremy. It's like, you just have to flood the zone with shit.
Start there, and then you can buy all the fancy stuff later. So I hope this was helpful. Now we got a fun, quick little segment here.
So he's outside. This is like the weird zeitgeist with these videos, like little windows into Jeremy's life, where this is his whole life, is the stream. He's out by the pool seething, and then he goes back inside.
Q&A. So each vlog, I will pick a couple of questions and answers from people in the comment section. And this one, which might be on the screen right now, is like, what was life growing up as a twin?
Now, guys, you asked for this. You wanted to know what my life was like as a twin. Now, where's the support?
I think it was awesome. I'm a fraternal
his hair
twin.
is
I have a
just
sister.
Terrible.
We shared birthdays, but my parents were always so good. Like, even to this day, at 43 years old, my mom makes sure that me and my sister have the exact same number of presents to open on Christmas. Every birthday.
I mean, I know, like, you're in your mom's mind, you're always a kid, so I'm going to give the mom a pass, okay?
We would get a sheet cake One side would be He-Man, the other side would be Barbie.
Which side was for you, Jeremy?
I would get gift bags. Remember when kids...
Yeah, boring anecdotes alert, exactly. Let's skip ahead to the Seething, shall we? I want to get to the Seething.
Maybe spend like $100 each on Christmas. So if I wanted
Why is he telling us what his parents would spend? By the way, $100 is a lot of money back then.
Video game, my mom would be like, well, you know, that means you're not going to get much else. I didn't care. I wanted Final Fantasy VII. So my mom...
So Final Fantasy VII, didn't that come out in the 90s? Like, correct me if I'm wrong. Wasn't Final Fantasy VII like in 96 or 97? So Jeremy's like 43 at 26. Let's do some math here. Can we do some math here? So wouldn't Jeremy have been already an adult by that time? He was in grade 9? Okay, so he was a teenager. Okay. So it would be appropriate to get that as a gift.
Mom would then, you know, break up my other gifts into individual stuff to open, so we still had the exact same number of gifts to open. That's how attentive they were.
This is unhinged. Like your Christmas time was about gifts. And your parents showed love and attention by buying you things. Like, this is kind of fucked. Like, not spending time with you, not teaching you lessons, not like these fun family vacations around Christmas time. Just bizarre.
Good they were about
love equals dollars spent.
Parents, so I love them both greatly for that. And so post your questions in the comment section down below.
Yeah, how about you tell us where the coffee factory is? How about that?
And
we already know that one, right? It's Mill Creek.
Maybe it'll get answered next week.
Yeah, do his gay black dad do his birthday?
Obligatory German Shepherd content. Here's Ani Bonnie. Huckapuppa, look at what Huck killed a ball.
This German Shepherd, just anything in his way, he just destroys, right? Is that what happened to the chicken? Is just a carcass that's strewn out across the yard?
There's Ruby Dooby. Paying the tax.
His dogs are just so annoyed with these like little cutesy pet names.
Huck's peeing. We'll keep that off camera. Ani bon 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 bon. Hey you, are you a happy puppy? All right,
That's what this is. All these dead spots here. That's where his dogs have pissed. Let's bring it back.
Paying the tax. Huck's peeing.
It's because these dogs get no.
Ani bon 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 bon. Hey you, are you a happy puppy?
Look, all these places here. This is where the dogs pee. That's why the grass is dead right here.
All right, let's get to the meat of this week's video. My biggest failure in life.
All right, buckle in, guys. It's our biggest failure. Let's go.
Now, I could cop out a little bit, and I might cop out a little bit and say that it's that I'm too trusting.
Oh, this is like the bullshit job interview crap, right? Where it's like, what's your greatest weakness? Oh, I just work too hard.
But the biggest failure I've ever had in my life.
Here we go. I'm on the edge of my seat.
Probably.
Let's go.
Publica or.
It was Sydney Watson. Let me just translate that right now. It was Sydney Watson was your biggest failure. You couldn't grab her.
I've ever had in my life is probably the Publica or exclusively games. These were projects that probably never should have gotten off the ground.
What's insane is like the Publica and exclusively games are a crowdfunded project, so it was none of his money. Okay. But Coffee Brand Coffee he's sunk $380,000 into it, basically 10 times as much as I think either one of those things. But he doesn't count that as a failure.
Probably the Publica or exclusively games. These were projects that probably never should have gotten off the ground in the first place.
What a fucking statement. Never should have gotten off the ground in the first place? Dude, you were the mastermind behind the whole thing. You were the one with that tin cup out asking your fans to greenlight these projects.
And projects that cost me hundreds of thousands of dollars. And
so bullshit. Show me the receipts, Jeremy. So is Coffee Brand Coffee.
I look back at them and see it's okay to fail. I want to say that first and foremost. I know you're a good boy. Are you a good boy?
Can we just edit this out, you clown?
It's not, there are losers that will make fun of things that fail. And, okay, you want to be in this one, Huck? Okay, fine.
I mean, like, I enjoy the cute dog content. Can you just move your slovenly face off? Can we just zoom in on the dog?
I don't know if I'm still on camera or not, but enjoy Huck Cam.
Dude, you just did the whole tech segment.
You know, what's the old saying? You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. It's true, but I wish I had not taken these shots because it would have been much nicer to have that money in the bank earning 6% interest in X money right now.
Okay, just bullshit right out of the gate. You don't have any savings, Jeremy. You're a degenerate gambler. He wants to be big businessman. I would have had all this money if it wasn't for everyone else. You don't have any money because you spend every dollar you get. That was true before YouTube. That was true after YouTube. We got Chief Master with a 5, says thank you so much. Quartering's biggest mistake was going to war with Kino Casino. If he had showed a quarter of restraint, he wouldn't have attracted an army of A-loggers. Good moves, Jer. I'd say his biggest mistake was starting a YouTube career. Especially as neurotic and anxious as he is, he never would have made it.
Exclusively Games is a website that I started along with the support of my viewers to give video game news that was not woke. And it was doomed to fail anyway because
well, having the tech issues.
Nobody wants to read about video game news and articles. I don't know why I thought it would be any different for me.
Because you knew that you could grift money out of it, you idiot. Stop playing dumb. I don't care about your Babe in the Woods routine. You can't fool me.
But the main reason that site failed is because, well, I partnered with a moron.
So here we get the bitter seed session incoming, right? Everyone else was an idiot. It wasn't my fault. Is Nick Rekieta maxing now?
Unironically, it was Ian Miles Chong who stole money from the company.
Okay, so he's actually naming names. So let's give Jer just a little bit of credit here. He's calling people out, he's naming names, and there's express grievances that he has, which is this guy stole money from the company. Now, I want to see some receipts on this, and me personally, I'm not up to date on all of the drama around exclusively games. I remember when it came out, and then it was very quickly shelved. So I would have to do a little bit more research to fact check Jer, but let's just assume that he's lying.
And from what I remember, allegedly, used that money to give it by an
What do you mean allegedly? You're the one making the claim. Like, you don't get to say allegedly when you're the one bringing this up.
That he was trying to impress an iPhone. Turns out the entire time he was stealing my money and not doing the work. He was supposed to be writing articles. I suspect he wasn't even writing those articles. I suspect that he was using AI or paying someone else to write them. I don't know that for sure.
Well, back then there probably wasn't AI.
And the site was just doomed to fail. And then let's talk about the Publica.
Well, Exclusively Games also had a YouTube channel. Like, you could have... All right, so we got in chat here. If Sydney has an NDA, she can't say anything. Sydney has told me she does not have an NDA, so...
A Daily Wire competitor from people inside YouTube, you know, had some big names behind it, but that also ultimately failed. And
a Daily Wire competitor. The problem is that there was no Ben Shapiro, there was no Matt Walsh. Like, there was no main founding person that had so much pull that was successful. We got another Kaiser congrats here with 5 says, notice how his greatest self-admitted failure is the fault of somebody else. Classic narcissist. Yeah, absolutely. You called it. You fucking called it. I mean, my biggest failure was this website, and the website failed because this guy stole all the money, and it wasn't my fault.
I don't want to disparage anyone, so I won't get too specific, but I'll say you have to be extremely careful when you're running a business, and that it's always better to run it by yourself. I'll just put it that way.
I don't know what he means that run it by yourself, because even now, technically, you have co-hosts, you have editors. What do you mean run it by yourself? Do you mean like co-owners, like give everyone access to all the admin stuff?
That business, at one point, I had staff members who were still taking a salary from me while actively planning their own other competing website, but they were
Jeremy, welcome to management, bud. Like, there's people at your work that are going to be... There's people who serve under you that are looking for the next job.
Taking my money.
You're not their fucking... We're not friends. It's a manager-employee relationship.
Anyway, people checking out. My guess is they just never really liked me or wanted to work with me, but they just
Oh, it was their fault because they didn't like you.
wanted my money.
It's okay. They don't have to like you. They just have to do the job, Jeremy.
People checking out. My guess is they just never really liked me or wanted to work with me, but they just wanted my money.
That's how employees work, Jeremy. Do you think I like going to my 9-to-5 job? You think I'd be there if I wasn't getting paid? What is this clown show? I don't know what the hell he's talking about. You don't have to like people, but you have to do a job. We got Shade Hex over the 2 says Netanyahu saved by CBC. Well, he missed out on all that Russian money. He could have been the next Tenet Media. He should have gotten that Lauren Chen money.
And that site failed. Both sites though failed because of me.
No, you just said it was because this guy was stealing all the money.
I was too trusting in both cases. I thought people I hire.
No, you were just such a nice guy.
Work
That's
just
why
as hard
it
as
failed.
I do and are just as committed to the cause as I am. But turns out most of them weren't.
This is almost Tim Pool-esque, where Tim Pool's pissed off that people that work for him are lazy, not understanding that Tim Pool is the owner and that has equity in the business, and everyone else is just paid by the hour. It's like, this is just, this is just business 101. I don't know what to say.
Some very good staff members at both companies. But if you want to do anything, you got to do it yourself. I've learned this the hard way.
Says the Mark who pays everyone to do all the hard stuff himself. What a clown.
Hundreds of thousands of dollars I lost on the Publica.
How about you show some receipts, Jeremy? Because Sydney Watson said a different story. Sydney Watson says you're full of shit. And I'm more likely to believe her than you, because we've caught you lying about your business countless times as far as the coffee goes. And we got Mrs. Grout for real says, anyone see my goat? Well, I appreciate it too.
Total financial disaster. Should have been successful. If everyone was bought in as much as I was bought in, it would have been.
So what exactly did you do? Mr. Hard Worker, what did you write articles? What did you make videos? What were you doing, Jeremy?
The real reason that failed is not because people do what people do. It's because I thought foolishly that as long as I'm paying everybody, they'll be as bought in as I am and they'll work just as hard as I am. And I did not
Yeah, what a retarded thing to think. Like, do you think the CEO of McDonald's thinks that the people working the drive-thru are just as bought in as him?
See things
delusional
and rule with an iron fist like I should have. The same with exclusively games. I hired Ian Miles Chong. Yes. You guys wonder why I hate that guy.
I mean, at least he's naming names. I mean, we talk about it all the time on this channel. Like, why doesn't he name names? Now, I'll have to look this up. Like, who the hell is this clown? Because this was many, many years ago.
He called me crying on the phone when I caught him stealing company money. And really stealing donor money.
So why didn't you file a police report? Why didn't you do that?
Because that was crowdfunded.
Why didn't you open a case on his ass? This is what happens with companies all the time. Like, companies have to deal with embezzlement all the time. Let's just say it's true. Let's just say this guy was embezzling company money. Why didn't you do anything about it?
He stole fizzy lifting drinks. He stole the money. And from what I can tell, what I remember is that he was paying an assistant with it when it was really just him giving money to an e-girl.
You wouldn't know anything about that, would you, Jeremy?
Now, that alone didn't tank the company, but the fact that the guy I was paying to run the site was not running the site.
We got somebody in chat here says he named Ian Miles Chong because he's a well-known con artist loser. That's why he names him. It's extremely easy target. I'll take your word for that. I don't really know.
Failed. That's why it failed. Ruby Doobs, come here.
My thing is, like, how much money did this guy have access to? Like, if you have one, even if it's a small business, let's say you have, like, one cashier, taking money out of the till, could that sink an entire business? Like, how much money, put a number on it, Jeremy. Like, how much money actually went down the drain?
You leave it for Papa? Come here. That's you, Hawk. You're not Ruby Doobs. So, ultimately, as much as cathartic as it would be to, like, throw individual people under the bus and expose...
Dude, you just did that! What the fuck? You just did that! You just threw this guy under the bus. I mean, I don't know how long ago that was. Maybe you can still file a police report. I don't know what the, or pursue civilly. I don't know what the statute of limitations is.
It's all sorts of dirty laundry. It's still my fault, and that's the lesson I learned. Okay, Ruby, hold on. Leave it. If you want me to throw it.
He looks very pear-shaped. Is that just me, or is he wearing like a parachute-sized amount of fabric?
But you have to leave it. Come here. Come here. Ow. What was that?
Edit this out, Jeremy.
What was that? I don't know. Was that your mama? Go find out. They're not buying it.
Just show us the cute dog content.
Anyway,
focus on your fat ass.
A coward blames a failure on other people.
Oh, but he's not a coward.
Yes. I think other people involved in these companies would have given it a better chance of success, but I started it. It's my job to make sure people are doing what they were doing, and I didn't do that.
No, you didn't. Sounds like
I just blindly trusted people. And that was,
you blindly trusted people, then you blindly trusted people again, then you blindly trusted people again. Maybe you're an idiot. We got Shade Hexer with a 5 says Chung never stole the money, used his own paycheck from Jer and gave it to e-girls. A coked up Andy Worski snitched on Chung back in the day. I mean, it's possible. Yeah, he's not really clear how he stole the money. Like, did he have access to the account? Was he buying stuff for the company that he was spending the money on himself? But it really just sounds like Jeremy was paying him for work, and then he was doing like a really, really bad job and just wasting all of his money. But it's like, but you already handed the money over, Jeremy. I don't, is that really embezzlement?
The biggest mistake I could have.
Like, was he invoicing the company for work he never did? That's different than like phoning it in. So I don't know. We got real name with a 5. Thank you. Says Ian Miles Chong killed a dog in a swatting and even tried to have Worski swatted. And this was all publicly known before Jer started working with him. Holy shit. I mean, I've heard that name, and I know he's an ass. Like, I know Ian Miles Chong is like, but that was like 10 years ago I heard that name. So I'm just not up on the lore. I apologize. But if that's true, I'm not surprised that Jer would work with him because he's worked with scumbags in the past.
Mate. Again, like I said, hold on. Ready, Ruby? Go get it. Whoop. She got blocked by Onyx. And I learned a lot from that. I'm not starting anything. At that point, I was...
Maybe we can do Andy on it locals? Yeah, I wanna know this lore.
It's like, I mean, the Publica took all of my savings.
All $10 of it?
When I finally ended it, people were mad at me.
Oh, here we go. A little bit of C now. Why don't you actually give us some receipts, Jeremy? You gonna show us some receipts?
But I had been bleeding cash for this company, thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars per month. But I never set it up right.
Oh, okay. It was your
fault. Set it up for
fault.
Success. I tried to launch too fast. I thought everyone will just go and subscribe and give me money, and we'll use that money to get bigger. And people did subscribe.
So it sounds like Coffee Brand Coffee, doesn't it? Like, it's a terrible business. It was all fucked up. I trusted the wrong people. It was supposed to grow, and then it never grew, and then it died.
And people did donate for Game Finder. So the ideas, our Game Finder was another one I thought would have been great and failed. I've had 3 different businesses started in my YouTube career, 4 if you include coffee, and only 1 was successful. The coffee has been successful.
No, it was the channel. Like the original Quartering channel was the only one that was successful. Like, the coffee is a disaster, Jeremy. It's probably the biggest disaster that, you lost 380. That's the stuff we know about.
By the way, the coffee will be available via Walmart by the end of next month.
More empty promises.
Right now, you can get it at buycbc.com and get it shipped directly from Amazon. If you're a Prime member, you get it free overnight shipping.
Stop insulting us with these ads.
Help me earn back some of the hundreds of thousands I've lost. But at the core of all of these ideas, whether it was Game Finder...
We got here on the Kick Chat, it says, I was watching old Kino segments on Jer and they ended the Publica. He did a video about it and his entire audience was saying they never heard of it. Exactly right. That's actually one of the sections in the lolcow book. Sorry to plug my own shit again. Where the video that Hambly did announcing the closure of the Publica, if you go to the comments, almost all of it was, I've never heard of this. You've been shilling your coffee this whole time. We've never heard of it. And that's because that's what he was. He wasn't advertising it. He was pulling an iDubbbz. He had this whole project, and then he didn't devote any time and resources to it. Other people were supposed to do it.
Which was an app that was supposed to help people find other people to play tabletop games with.
Yeah, that you outsourced to India.
Publica, whether it was exclusively games. All of them had an audience. All of them, there was a demand. It's just I failed at the execution.
Yeah, you did.
And that's why they failed. And so with coffee, that has completely changed my mindset.
Okay, tell me more.
Now I micromanage everything. Right
yeah,
down to
how's
the
that work? Oh no, is he gonna tell us all the stuff that he does? I love how he says micromanage, like you don't actually own the
labels
coffee.
on the boxes, the print on the boxes, the colors.
Jeremy, you're the owner. You have to pick out all this shit. This isn't micromanaging. These are just business decisions.
The boxes, the exact temperature the beans are roasted at, the amount of.
What's the temperature? Just tell me. It's funny he brings up the temperature of the beans because if he was on that call with Yellow Flash, that was one of the questions that I had teed up ready to go, which was what temperature you roast the beans at. And I would have, what size your roasting machine? I would have thought he had no idea.
Flavoring added to the flavored coffees.
Yeah, what's the flavoring?
Every decision, the stickers, the shipping.
You're the owner. You're the owner, you fucking idiot. You make every decision whether you like it or not because you're the owner. You have to. When the you put everything in motion, you're the proximate cause for everything. According to you, you're the owner. This isn't micromanaging. This is just the reality of running a business.
The wording on the Amazon listings, all written and edited by me. Nothing goes in this business.
Yeah, because you can't afford to pay people to do it for you anymore.
Nothing happens without me being personally involved. And that's
called being an owner.
Lesson I learned from starting these other businesses is essentially that you can't just hire people and expect them to be as dedicated as you are. That will.
You had to learn the lesson 3 times. So 4th time's the charm, I guess, huh?
You have to be dedicated for them. Now, every once in a while, you'll find a partner who's as dedicated as you are. And
who are these partners? You going to give us some insight on the partners, Jeremy?
You'll get lucky. And in my entire
Melanie
career,
Mac?
I've definitely worked with a lot of people who are just as dedicated as I am.
Like who?
But in the online world,
so even the good people he doesn't name. So like the people who are positive and hard workers, he's not willing to give them a shout out because he's a narcissistic fucking bum. Let's up his speed a little bit because I'm getting tired of this charade.
I found that most people are more interested in a quick buck.
That's you! That's you, Jeremy! You're the one that's interested in a quick buck. That's all you do is put out lazy slop bullshit. You've never put in 30 minutes of work into anything in your whole life. You don't even know the difference between single origin and blend. You didn't even know the FDA regulated coffee. You didn't even know that you had to have UPC codes to get into Walmart. You don't know these things because you haven't done any goddamn research. You haven't done 30 minutes of research. Like, that's one of the things, like that Misty Mochi video about Coffee University. He doesn't know. He doesn't know shit about coffee.
And they aren't really bought into the idea, or they'll tell you they're bought into the idea just to get the money. And so that's why I run everything now. I'm working on another company right now in the same, I don't want to announce anything yet, but
working on
I think
another
it's gonna
company.
Be just
Whoa,
as successful as
slow
coffee
that
because
down.
I've taken the exact same route. I've handled everything from soup.
He's taking the exact same route, so it'll be an even bigger fucking disaster.
Nuts, top to bottom, designs, wording, naming, all this stuff, and it's another in real life type business.
It's an in real life type business. Is there a different kind of business than in real life? What do you mean by an in real life business?
And because I'm getting older, and YouTube and Rumble and all this stuff, it's not going to pay the bills forever. AI.
So is he already planning his exit from Coffee Brand Coffee? Now that is going to die, I need another grift that I could jump onto. Let's wind this back a little bit. I'm sorry to go over the same thing again.
Top to bottom, designs, wording, naming, all this stuff. And it's another, in real life type business.
So I wonder.
And
sorry about that. I wonder what it is. I wonder. He's it's some dropship slop, whatever it is.
And YouTube and Rumble and all this stuff. It's not going to pay the bills forever. The AI wave is coming.
What do you mean it's not going to pay the bills forever? Like Does he really think that YouTube, and there won't be YouTubers anymore in 10, 15 years? It'll be obsolete because AI will replace all YouTubers. It's because AI will replace him because his content is actually AI slop.
People at YouTube have told me this. And
people at YouTube? Who? Like, who at YouTube has said, oh yeah, we're just going to replace all the YouTubers with AI. People won't notice.
It's
Holy shit. Let's take a look at our viewership here and allow me to express gratitude to the 1,400 people watching us on YouTube and the over 100 people watching us on Kick. It's our first, like, really decently successful Kick stream. So I appreciate all the support tonight. Thanks for joining me.
Yeah, I'm only 43. I got another 20 years if I live that long. Before I can even touch
I got another 20 years if I live that long.
the money I've squirreled away in my retirement funds.
You don't have a retirement fund, you clown. Oh
So I
my
got
god.
17 years of a big ass mortgage to pay and expensive.
17 years of a mortgage to pay. So are we supposed to believe that you have a 30-year mortgage and you've lived in your house since, I think it was 2022 is when the mortgage came out? So it's 4 years. So according to Jeremy, the actual time elapsed is 4 years. In Jeremy's mind, he has 17 years. So he's paid it off, what, 9 years early? But you took out a home equity line of credit, Jeremy. And I check in the Register of Deeds all the time. That home equity line of credit hasn't been repaid, as far as I can tell. They haven't released the lien, so I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
German Shepherds
We got with a 2, thank you very much. We got Michael Idle with a 5, says, pretty dead in the ER tonight. Thanks for helping me pass the time of work. Well, I appreciate you, and big shout out to our medical personnel out there.
How can you just go in the pool? You're all wet. Yeah. I paid my German Shepherd tax. I see you in the comments. So I think, if anything, I admit all of these were failures. But I think...
We got, probably did a 20-year mortgage, to be fair. No, it's a 30-year adjustable rate. I looked it up.
The immediate reaction to blame other people is wrong. And now that there's been some time in between when they failed, and boy, I have to apologize to the people that supported these ideas too. Because they believed me, they gave me their hard-earned money.
Yeah, and then you raped them financially.
And we failed. Not everything.
Yeah, the $80,000 for the K-Cup machine scam. Remember that? You get it. How about you just give the refund? Can you give us a refund, Jeremy? I don't want your fucking apology. Not that I put money in, but those people that did.
Even a great idea, even perfectly executed, won't always work. But the main takeaway, you have to give it to me if you want me to throw it, that I want people to take away from this is that if you're going to do anything, you have to be involved.
No shit.
You can't just expect someone else to do it. It doesn't work that way. It never works that way.
So where's your coffee roasting machine, Jeremy? Is according to you, you have to do everything yourself. So you pay people, you pay Java Taza. Why don't you have a coffee roasting machine in your little outbuilding there? That's what that guy that runs Java Taza does. The coffee bull.
And
Chad Nolt, Gary Nolt, they have a coffee machine in their garage. Why don't you?
Don't be like me. Don't. You know,
don't be a nice guy
work
like
with
me.
People and then just assume they're as dedicated as you are to the cause, because you will fail, like I failed multiple times. Now I've taken
4 times you failed. Game Finder, Exclusively Games, the Publica, and the Coffee Company. Every single time you failed. So maybe you're the common denominator across
completely
that.
different approach to how I run my companies now.
Do you?
When I ran my search marketing agency, maybe we'll do it in a different vlog. Somebody asked, like, how did you make all your money? Well, it wasn't YouTube.
Okay, so we're continuing with the lies. So let's give a little credit here. Let's do a shout out to Don Flurgandy, okay? Because he did a whole segment on his show about Jeremy's resume and how Jeremy's resume is basically impossible because this guy was running like 3 companies at the same time when he was 24 years old. And, you know, we're at Don's time slot tonight. You know, the guy's on vacation. So thank you to Don for doing that research, basically exposing like Jeremy's LinkedIn. It was just it was just almost fabrication level delusion where it's like he's the CEO or vice president of a company at like 24. It's just let's get some Don emotes in the Kick chat. We got a Baxter as well. Yeah, we're fans of the Channel 404 over here.
I ran a very successful search marketing agency for many years.
No, you didn't.
I was very good at what I did. I worked with clients. It's like Warner Brothers, Amazon, Dish Network.
Okay, so the Dish Network thing, I think if I remember correctly, Don actually fact checked that. He was working for like a Dish Network installer, doing ads for them or something, which I don't even know, or doing, but yeah, exactly. He was an employee. He wasn't running the company. He was just working for Dish Network.
Big Fortune 500 companies. And I was one guy in my basement doing their marketing.
You ran some ads for them. Like, I don't understand, like, this delusions of grandeur. Like, I mean, like, I work for a Fortune 500 company. You don't see... what a fucking idiot. All right, we got Void Dragon with a 5 says, are you familiar with the Opie Anthony show? Jer has a bit in common with the current day Opie. He's seething. It's everyone else's fault, etc. I do know what that is because, you know, I know what it is. I never got into it. I was never into, like, shock jock radio stuff like that. Like, back when that was really, really popular. But I do know that both those guys are really, really kind of like washed up bums. So
probably go back to that when YouTube's over. When the video's done, that's probably I'll go back to marketing. I'm very good at it.
He's very good at it. He just has like the worst branding possible for his coffee business, his coffee brand coffee, which is a literal fucking clown show joke. But whatever.
And I try to be a humble guy, but I'm good. I'm one of the best.
Okay. I can't stand it when people lie to my face like this, all right? We got Duco Duos with a 2, thank you. Shout out to Baxter, yeah. And then we got Vince 12 with a 5 says, people like Hambly and Burnell make getting a business degree seem like as impressive as getting a toy with your Happy Meal. I mean, he didn't even get the business degree. He got a marketing degree. So it's like an even bigger moron.
I trained under some of the best people ever, and I'm just very, very, very good at it. And I stopped doing marketing when YouTube was, you know, suddenly you start making crazy, you know, $100,000 a month on YouTube. Well, then you do.
No, it's because you never had like that big of a, he's fake it till you make it, right? So we know what his actual resume is. There's no way that he was making all this money. He's also a totally money-driven person. So there's no way that you are making $250K a year and then you quit that to do more work on YouTube. It was clearly YouTube, was easier. And holy shit, we got 10 gifted subs on Kick with Max Resist. I really appreciate that. Thank you very much. Yeah, it's like he was working for a small cable company. Like he was doing search engine optimization. Really what I think it was, in the 2000s, there was a bunch of boomers who didn't know how to set up websites, and then Jeremy would set up websites for small local businesses around Wisconsin, including Dish Network. And that's it. That's his big claim to fame, was he was just slightly more tech literate than boomers. And thank you for the support on Kick. I appreciate it.
Anyway, when I was doing marketing, I did everything myself. I had a few,
well, you just said you were a one-man show.
Underlings, but not many. And that's the best way to do it. You can't let yourself down if you don't let yourself down. And there's nobody to blame when you fail, even if you have...
This is like the biggest bullshit in the world. Like, you know for a fact that if he had a big coffee company where he could hire hundreds of people, he would do exactly what Dimfool does, or like Caleb Hammer, or any of these guys. They hire like a team of yes men, ball washers, to make them feel like a big man. That's what he tried to do. Like, you're not fooling anybody with, like, this humble Midwesterner routine, Jeremy. It worked in 2017. It's not going to work now.
A big staff or whatever. Ultimately, you're the guy.
We got in the chat here, his marketing LLC was delinquent in 2025. I check up on that from time to time. The thing is, you have to renew your fees at the beginning of the year. So, Luther, I think you forgot to thank someone else for kicks on here. Oh, okay, shit. I'm sorry. I'm trying to keep an eye on both chats. So if I get the conspiracy of everything for 10. Oh shit. We got a third guy here. Yeah, I didn't expect to get any support. So thank you to everyone on Kick. So I know I didn't want to leave anybody out. Okay. But anyway, the thing with like his LLC going delinquent. It goes delinquent at the beginning of every single year because he just forgets to pay his dues, and then he pays his dues, and then it gets reinstated in like April or March. And that happens all the time. Like people because you can't set it up for auto bill, So it happens all the time that people's LLCs go delinquent. And we got Shade Hexer with a 5 says, thank you. Imagine having a worse resume than DSP, the bum from the helicopter company. Both have failed channeled, see the beg for money. Both got dirty money. Yeah, I agree. But the thing is, like, on paper, Jeremy's resume is really, really good.
Charge.
Oh, and holy shit, we got 1,000 kicks. Melodramatic says, pack it up. I appreciate the support on
And
kick.
you're the
Thank
one
you.
that's responsible, and you got to tell yourself that every day. You have.
Nope. Oh, buffering alert. I don't know what's up tonight with this, guys. I'm sorry. He's the marketing sheriff. He could be making it millions. Yeah, well, we'll see. Yeah, Jared's grift worked in 2016, 2017. It doesn't work now because he flexed too much. Yeah, absolutely.
Ultimately, you're the guy in charge, and you're the one that's responsible, and you got to tell yourself that every day. You have to be involved.
I think Bering actually touched on that, where he says, what was the appeal of this guy? And it was because he was like this humble everyman in his basement, but now he's streaming from like a 9,000 square foot palatial estate. You can't beg for money anymore. You can't beg for viewer support at this rate. And I apologize for the internet outage.
But not many.
And let's keep it rolling here.
And
holy shit. Okay, what do I just got to turn this down? Let's just turn this down.
That's the best way to do it. You can't let yourself down if you don't let yourself down.
It's buffering. Now, guys, I don't have the top tier Google Fiber. Now, if I had some support, we could get better internet. Holy shit, we got Boomer Poop Pants gifted 10 subs. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Oh, 5 subs. Doesn't matter. 5 subs is more than I expected. So thank you very much.
And there's nobody to blame when you fail, even if you have a big staff or whatever. Ultimately, you're the guy in charge, and you're the one that's responsible. And you got to tell yourself that every day. You have to be involved in every aspect of the business. And if you're not, things will slip. Things will fall apart. Things will collapse, because nobody, and I mean nobody, cares as much as you do.
You guys just don't know what it's like living at the top like me.
So if you take that to heart.
You ask for the buffering segment. What happened? Where's the support?
And you'll always be good. So hopefully this next thing I'm launching in early 2027 will be just as successful as coffee.
So not a success. It's going to destroy your life because it's basically a gambling addiction.
Coffee's going to Canada soon and to Walmart this week.
Just lies. Just more lies.
Lots of good news there. And it's because I learned the hard way. So let my losses be your gains. And
what does he have in his hand there? What is that? Sorry to, let's go, look, take it back a couple seconds. He has like, what is that, a whip? What is that?
2027 will be just as successful as coffee.
Making his own kids guide? Well, he can't read, so he can't write a book.
Canada soon and to Walmart this week. Lots of good news there. And it's because I learned the hard way. So let my loss.
What is that? What the fuck is this? I thought for a second it might be a bottle opener. Okay, people in chat, did anybody know what this is? A whip? I don't know. I don't know. Anybody in the chat know what this is? We got YouTube's on a little bit of a delay, unfortunately, so chat isn't updating. What the fuck is that? Back scratchers? We got a back scratcher. Shish kebab. His hand wand. He's got an old man boomer-ass a big-ass key. A pipe. I don't know.
Be your gains. And one other piece of advice. I had a great mentor. I think I was like 24, making like $250,000 a year.
Can we just stop it with these lies? He's such a big shot. At 24, I was making $2,400 a year. And not a lot of money back then, too. But he just can't help it, guys. He just can't help flexing on people. Like, he really wants you to know how big and successful he is. And
running marketing for a different agency.
It's just gross.
I would come in, ripped jeans, late to work. Didn't matter because I was good at what I did.
Oh, he was such a rebel.
But there's a couple of pieces of information that CEO of that company gave me that have always stuck with me. And that's failing fast. It is always better to fail fast. And you got
I have no idea what the fuck this device is supposed to be.
Know when to pull the ripcord. What I mean is
because Coffee Brand Coffee's been going on for 4 years. Like, it's been a failure for 4 years. Does that mean that it was that failing fast. I don't even know what to say. Like, this is literally like retarded advice.
When things are just limping along forever, you either double down
when things are just limping along forever, like coffee bread coffee,
or you quit. You don't let something limp for years or months and let it drain you financially.
This is coffee bread coffee, guys. Like, this is projection. Where's my projection alert? Projection alert, he's limping.
Generally, when you start something, you know if it's going to work or not. So it's better to go all in and fail fast than to waste time failing. And that's how I've approached everything in life.
No, it hasn't. It's the exact opposite. Every single, like, even on his channel, his content on his channel, right? He picks a topic and then he just runs it into the fucking ground where everyone is so annoyed and pissed off. They don't want to listen to it anymore.
And I've always appreciated him for that tutelage. We used to do coaching sessions every week, and he shared a lot with me. Very, very smart guy.
Well, he wasn't a smart guy. He hired you, and you're a bum.
$400 million right now. I remember one time I asked for a raise. I was like all nervous about it. I think I was making like $100,000 a year or something like that.
Oh yeah, I was just making a cool $100,000 a year, like right out of college. I was a real big shot. My ripped jeans.
And I got quarterly bonuses, so I was making about
quarterly. Everything's a quarter with this guy.
200 grand a year with bonuses. And I said, and I like marched in his office, and I'm like, oh man, I'm gonna quit if I need to get $200,000 salary. I'm responsible for $30 million in net revenue. At that year, I think we had $80 million in net revenue, and I was basically the
this is just a business meeting, guys.
My team was responsible for all of it. And I was like, and he's like, okay. And I was like, but I had a whole speech. He's like, okay.
Oh, we got importer-exporter Jer flexing his 6 figures at 24 while simultaneously bemoaning his dearth of savings. Yeah, because he wasted it all. Where'd all that money go, Jeremy? It went into the booze fund. He talks about leasing cars as well. I forgot to put that in the segment. So he's a mark at the dealership. He's just a mark. It all went to plastic figurines and stupid bullshit.
He's like, you fail fast. It's like, you got more money, now you're going to have more eyes on you, you're going to have more responsibilities, but I don't care. And that way of running a business has stuck with me. For better.
So right here in the kick chat, it said, if he invested that properly, he could have retired at 30. That's one of my things is like, is Mrs. TheQuartering actually just retired? Like, is she one of those FIRE people, like financially independent, retire early? And that's how she was able to like shoulder the burden of this giant estate because they knew, she knew that he was going to mess it up.
Or worse. More often for worse. But the successes always outweigh the failures.
Yeah, so I don't know. You're going to have to tell me, guys. I mean, what's Quartering's next pivot? Let's go through the comments here. I bet some of these comments are just brutal here. It says leadership by abdication leads to failure. Let's see that RC collection. So we got some parasocial dents or a troll in the chat here. Do you have any plans of what you're going to do when you retire? It's like, well, he's not going to make it to retirement. Audio is most important. He must be deleting these comments because these are like so boring. Maybe this one. Are you and your wife planning on having any children? That one's kind of brutal. What about Game Finder? Man, the good old days. So I don't know. So he must be curating these comments. Oh, we like this one. What does it say? Just FYI. Oh, it's stupid shit about a sneaking boring tech into a clickbait drama video. Let's see his reply. They are vlogs. Lots of people appreciate it. Not every segment. Why even bother reply to that? Oh, he's hearting some of these. Hope this inspires a failed race car driver. So he's talking about Camelot. So we got some parasocial denser trolls in the chat here. I don't know. I don't know. Shame it went down. Yeah, at least you tried to do something. That's how I guess people are supposed to react when Jeremy wastes their money, is just with mild disappointment. But we'll just play some of this video while we, do an outro here. So I want to thank everybody for coming out to the stream tonight. I appreciate it very much. We had some amazing support tonight, both on Kick and on YouTube. This is not a vlog. It's just him ranting. Yeah, it is. I don't know if he's going to keep doing these vlogs because you can tell he's clearly out of ideas. Let's look at the views here. I need to show this. I mean, the subscribers have basically peaked at about 4,000 or 5,000. And then if you look at the views have been falling off precipitously. You know, he started out at 12K. These are all A-logs, by the way. Then it's 7,000, 10,000. Had a little bit. This was the coffee one. So this is probably the most insightful and interesting one. And then like the Tim Pool suck off session, that was 8.5. Then it was him talking about his diet, was 5. Then it was him at the air show, was 3. They get almost nothing. And then the tornado couldn't even get 5. That was 5 days ago. And then this one's 3 days ago. It's a little bit old. I'm a little bit late to the party, of course. It was 4.3 thousand. So there's really no point in doing these from his perspective because, you know, he's supposed to have a 2,000 sub channel. But if we compare it to, and I also wanted to go over this, so it's a good thing we're going through this right now. Yeah, Luke and Hannah get no views either. Yeah, especially Hannah. She has like what, like 3,000? Awesome stream. Thanks for this. I appreciate that. I mean, look at this. He had one that was 1,100,000 or over 100,000. Excuse me. Ilhan Omar. I think he misspelled her name actually. Whatever. So I mean, just brutal. 20K, no views. 27K, no views. Joe Rogan Blast MAGA, 22K. Oh my God, he's still doing the Carmelo Anthony grift. Carmelo had a secret deal, 61K. I guess he couldn't even get 20. He couldn't even get 50K on a Fauci video. I mean, it's just he may be back to buying stuff because this one's just somehow amazingly big. I don't know how that happened, but it's even worse if we go to the what is it, the Jeremy Hambly channel, because a lot of people forget to check this channel. The views are just abysmal. Look at this. It's like two days ago, 12,000. Less than 8,000. 18,000. I guess that's a Candace hate video. You know, 9,000. Less than 10,000 again. Less than 10,000 again. 8,000. Not even 8,000. I mean, it's just pathetic. And let's look at the shorts here. So he's pumping out shorts. Look at the shorts views. The short views are even worse. I mean, it's like 1.2 thousand views. 700. Couldn't even break 1,000 views on the short. Couldn't. This one is 573. Couldn't even get up to 1,000. But if we just scroll down, let's go to most popular here. It's like, yeah, he was getting millions of views on some of his shorts. You know, obviously all of them were stolen. But if we scroll down, let's just go back to like a couple weeks ago. It's like, yeah, you would routinely get shorts that had a couple 100,000. And this is what he uses to kind of paper over his dwindling views. This one got 817,000. Yeah, he got shadow banned. I think Meme Copium talked about that with the proof. I didn't have that. I didn't want to talk about that because that's already been done. But it's really, really sad. Like, and it's getting depressing. And you know he's having panic diarrheas because the situation is not improving. The shorts are not improving. The coffee company's getting worse. Every single time he talks about the coffee company getting better, that's how you know it's getting bad. So I don't know what to tell you. It looks like DSP Gaming is live. Should we do a DSP segment? Holy shit, we got 5 gifted subs over here on Kick. I appreciate that. Reverse Hollow Charmander. Do people want a DSP segment? I don't know. What do you guys think? Just do one last segment to kind of draw us out. Just to check on. Let's just check in on DSP really quick, okay? Just because he's live. I've always been very, very curious. We don't usually do DSP segments because so much of it is kind of like the same. So let's check in on DSP, huh? Oh my! This is the channel's first. Now, guys, where's the support? Yeah, let's check in on him. Just looks like a befuddled old man.
Okay.
Sailor Luther. Oh, we got another Luther out there, huh?
La 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 la.
Doobie doobie doo.
Alright, let's do it again. Beat him up.
This is your thrilling gameplay commentary, huh? Where's the support? DSP segment to help us sleep? Okay. Yeah, that's right. This is a chill party atmosphere, guys. We're reacting to DSP live, and we're adding, you know, amazing commentary. How many viewers does he have? 286. Okay. I mean, that's not the worst numbers I've ever seen at a DSP. Now, guys, you wanted Luther to felt me on live stream.
Yeah, people.
Where's the support?
There's Pokemon based on fish and cows, but you don't. But they refuse to eat Pokemon, but they eat fish and cows. Isn't that confusing? Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
Dude, this is a children's video game, sir. This really is putting you to sleep, isn't it? He hasn't begged yet. I know. I'm waiting for the support. Maybe he's gotten one super chat, I guess. What is this? It's an $85 super chat from Stalking Tiger. He's got one super chat tonight, huh? At least he's playing the game instead of bitching. Yeah, that's true. Look at him. He looks so angry. Like that's why I love like Gamer Face Gaming on Twitter. Because like every frame is sometimes a painting with this guy where
All right. So that was the route. Are we actually going?
Are we rating DSP now? Coffee brand coffee? He's 44. It looks like in his 60s. Well, it's all his negative energy. It's all his negative aura that's like eating him up inside. So anyway, I don't usually do DSP content because when you do DSP content, you have to be like PPP. You have to go on like these long-winded. I shouldn't say long-winded because they are actually very entertaining. But it's the admonishment of DSP when he does like his begathons or his seed sessions, or like he thinks he's better than everybody else. And you have to bring him down. You have to bring him down to, reality. And those are the moments that are fun. Just watching kind of like him befuddle his way through video games without raw fill, like without a chat. It's pretty bad. He really does. He really needs that money. He really, really does. Well, anyway, guys, I'm gonna leave you. I appreciate everyone showing up to the chat tonight or the stream tonight. We had an amazingly fun time. We had a great time felting quartering. I don't know if he's going to do more of these vlogs. I don't know when I'll stream again. There's just a lot of stuff with Jeremy going on right now, so we'll see. But thank you so much, everybody. Till next time, all right?